Welcome, race fans, to the Owasso Speedway. Got a great night of racing in store for you. Well over 100 cars in the pit area here tonight to put on a show. But before we get to that part of the night, we have to take care of our opening ceremonies, and to handle all that, we'll throw things down on the track to Roger Williams.
Thank you, Chris. Hey, folks, welcome to Owasso Speedway. Are we ready to get rolling tonight? It's a hot one, but it's a good thing you guys are boisterous. We got a great show lined up for you. Before we get started, let me introduce you to our safety crew that got to brave the heat here today.
My name's Roger Williams, Dylan. I'm from Corona.
Trent Johansson from Okemos.
Austin O'Hare from Genesee.
Don Keplinger from Chesaning.
Tyson Lanford from Holt.
Dylan Gage from Montrose.
Greg Atwood, Ovid. Tanner St. John's.
Dustin Ovid. Jeff from Ovid Fire.
All right, let's hope we don't have to use them a lot, but that's our fire and safety crew here this afternoon, keeping our drivers safe. If I could ask everyone to please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. If you're active or retired military, you may leave your caps on while rendering the military salute. And if you would, please bow your head in prayer. And leading us in prayer today, General Manager Dennis Wheeler.
Heavenly Father, we praise you for giving us a beautiful day to come together and enjoy racing. Lord, I pray that while we enjoy the freedoms that we're blessed with tonight, that you're looking over the brave men and women of our military who make it all possible as they serve around the world. As we continue in our program, I pray that you also watch over the men, women, and children that are here with us here at Owasso Speedway. Everything that we do is for your glory. We love you and we thank you. Amen.
Please remain standing as we honor our friends visiting here from the north with the playing of the Canadian National Anthem. To honor America with the singing of our national anthem, please welcome from Byron, Michigan, Miss Chantel Swan.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land and of the free and the home
Chantel Swan, everybody. Are we ready one more time? Are we ready to go racing this afternoon? Who wants me to shut up and get some cars out here? Tell me to shut up. 1, 2, 3. You heard it, Chris. Take it away, buddy.
All right, well, Roger's busy shutting up and making his way back up to the tower. We're going to get things rolling here shortly. First up will be our heat races for the McAllister Rental Pure Stocks. It is the George Harris Memorial tonight, so we got a nice trophy for our winner. And we'll be having our hot dog race a little bit later on. For those of you that have never seen one, well, you're in for a treat. We'll say that much. So upcoming first will be our 3 heat races for the McAllister Rental Pure Stocks. Once we get all the safety vehicles back to their perches. Scheduled to start that first heat race will be the 13 of Chris DeVinny, 98 of Austin Sovine, 89 Abby Kolb, 13 of Eric DeVinny, 47 Jeremy Johnson, U2 Jeff Parks, and the 108 of Bob Baumgarten. That'll be your scheduled starting lineup once we get them to the track. Our heat races are 6 laps in distance or 6 minutes, whichever comes first. We take our qualifying order, we invert it completely, and then break them up into just about as even chunks as we can. And we put them out there for 6 laps at a time. Top 4 finishers get points and get a little bit of money. Does not impact the starting position in our feature events, but gives these drivers one last chance to make sure the car is ready to go. My name's Chris Phoebe. Joining me on the call tonight is Roger Williams. Our chief starter tonight, Nate Rowe. And looks like you made it back to the tower safely.
I didn't even have to run this time.
Yeah,
So
I told him to wait. I told him to wait for you. I know you had a rough night last night.
I didn't want to be panting by the time we got to this these first set of heats. I was just talking about this hot dog race we'll be having in a little while, and I'm thinking with as warm as it is down there, I would not want to be eating 4 or 5 hot dogs in a fire suit out there in that heat. That could that last lap could be a little messy. We'd be hosing out the interior of some of these cars.
Well, have you heard of the 999 challenge they have at baseball games?
Yes.
9 beers, 9 hot dogs, 9 innings.
Ooh.
All right, so it looks like we're light a couple cars that were supposed to be in this one. We had 7 scheduled, 4 on the track. So it looks like it'll be Chris DeVinny in the 13, Jeremy Johnson in the 47, Jeff Parks in the U2, and Bob Baumgarten in the 108. We are less the 98 of Austin Sovine. Oh, sorry, that's Eric DeVinny in the 13. We're less the 98 of Austin Sovine, 89 of Abby Kolb, and the 13 of Chris DeVinny.
Well, this might be another opportunity for Jeremy Johnson to have a big day. Going to start on the outside of that front row. He doesn't get too many checkered flag already with a heat race win so far this season. Looking for his second one here as we get going with the first heat of the day, the slow heat for the pure stock division.
And Jeremy's ready to go. Did you see how he fired off as soon as that green flag was out? He was gone.
Bob Baumgarten back there in the second spot in the 108. Found out that he's the nephew of the Michigan Motorsports Hall of Famer Ed Baumgarten. Found that out this week. Running his number. Big time driver of the 50s and 60s as Johnson continues to set the pace. Baumgarten in second, Parks in third. DeVinny back there in the 4th position.
Oh, caution on the
Turn 1?
speedway. Sounds like there may be some debris over in turn 1 maybe.
Oh yeah, I can kind of see it there, just about center of turn number 1. Kind of see something just a touch off color from the pavement. And I don't mean blue.
Much like our commentary, a little off color.
Well, those of you that may be watching at home, a hot day here in central Michigan. very few clouds in the sky. Part one of a 2-day festival of fun here at Owasso Speedway. Tomorrow, the big destruction overload.
We're going to jump a bus.
Yeah, I know. On purpose, even.
Yeah, usually when it happens, it's accidental. This time it'll be the opposite of accidental.
So don't be calling our insurance company.
Yeah.
We may or may not
our
have
rates,
that.
Our rates may be escalating in the near future.
Next week, $16 to get in, that's for sure.
All right, green flag is out. We are back underway. 1 in, 5 to go. Jeremy Johnson leads.
Baumgarten second, Parks in third. Divini in fourth in this fourth. Well, we'll call it the fast dash because that's the only dash we have tonight.
I don't know. We got the hot dog dash.
Oh, that's true.
Later on.
That might be a hot dog thrash. Johnson trying to have extend his career wins, but here comes Baumgarten. He's been wanting to get a checker flag, hasn't done so yet this season. He struggled with finding speed on that car. Right now, an opportunity, although he takes 4 awfully wide.
Halfway in, 3 down, 3 to go. And I got to believe Jeremy Johnson is going to defend this lead like his life depends on it. So I do not envy the role of either of those 2 cars following right behind him.
Well, they're both hungry for checkered flags. Neither one has one this year. That's one of the nice things with these heat races is, you know, a number of drivers that may not ever get a chance to run for a feature win can get their car in the victory lane and give their sponsors some extra support and show that the money's not going to waste on these cars as the white flag is out. 1 more to go for Jeremy Johnson.
Apparently, he really enjoyed this whole winning thing.
He got a little taste of it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, now he's hooked.
Johnson taking it out of 3 and 4, and he's going to come out of turn 4 with that lead, and he'll take it to the checkered flag. Jeremy Johnson with the win. Was he pounding his fist in there?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Baumgarten and Parks will finish second and third.
And looks like we lost Eric Divini around the halfway point.
Jeremy now, he knows exactly where to go for victory lane as he pulls in there. It's the first victory of the night for Jeremy Johnson. Weasel Racing, Top Speed, High Flush Pro Shop, Sunoco Gas Stations.
Is that Weasel Racing like the name of a team, or is that like an actual sport? Is there a league of Weasel racers?
Yeah, it's in Washington,
that have all
DC.
come together? Oh. No
Jeremy,
comment.
Jeremy Johnson's got the helmet off. He's getting ready to climb out. He's going to be the happiest man in the pits all night long, regardless of how the rest of the night goes. How about it one more time for Jeremy Johnson, ladies and gentlemen? Talon Deal is going to lead him out. For heat race number 2, Craig Hills in the 07 will be alongside row 2, Randy Moore in the 09. Vinny Lello, 87. The 6S belongs to Scott Garcia. Brent Voris in the 5. And Kyle Callahan, a feature winner this season, in car number 14, will tag on to the tail end of the field. Second of 3 for your Pure Stocks. Again, brought to you by McAllister Rentals. Kyle Callahan, by the way, 5th place in the points. He's 164 back of point leader Jason Spencer heading into tonight's show. 6 laps the distance as we get set to go racing with Pure Stock Heat Race number 2. Here they come out of 4. We're underway.
Ooh, a little bit of contact right there on the start between Hills and Deal.
As the Flint native takes him down the back straightaway, Randy Moore up to second now. Craig Hills trying to hold on to third. Now he shoots up to second using that high line. Actually picked up a little bit of ground in that battle for second place.
Yeah, curiously enough, Randy Moore comes into the night second in the point standings, but in the Sport Compact division, made the choice to hop in Ricky Moore's number 09 Pure Stock for the George Harris Memorial. He's a relative of George Harris, so that race a really big deal to that family.
Boy, I tell you, the 07, Craig Hills doing a nice job on that high side. despite how wide he takes him out of the corner, as soon as I say something, he goes way up top, allows Kyle Callahan to shoot through the middle like jam in a ham sandwich.
Not jelly this time,
No,
huh?
we're going on something a little thicker. I knew what I was going to say, it just didn't fall out of my face.
Gotcha.
Callahan takes over the top spot, Deal now falls back to second.
So next time, is it going to be like a marmalade?
It could be a marmalade, yes.
All right, Callahan continues to hold the point in the number 14. Talon Deal, really good job in the M57. And as I say that, he looks like he may have had an issue off in turn 2 as Brent Boris sneaks by. This time around, white flag is out, 1 lap to go.
Now Callahan, the fastest of this group, and he's pulled well away from the field. As right now just needs to hit his marks, and he'll find himself in victory lane as he's already in turn 3. Boris by himself in second, then Deal, Moore, and Lello. Checkered flag Callahan for heat race number 2.
Morris comes home in second, Talon Deal third, Randy Moore fourth, then Garcia, Hills, and Lello complete the field.
34 years of age is Kyle Callahan, former champion in this division, been racing 21 years, started in the karts before moving up into the pure stock ranks. Midland Steel, DDRE Racing Engines, Wassman Construction, Schaefer's Racing Oil. The sponsorship help on the number 14 calls Midland is home. Ladies and gentlemen, picking up the win here in heat race number 2. Give it up for Kyle Callahan. So Kyle getting those extra points. He needs to get some to catch up to 4th place Brian Thompson's about 34 points ahead of Kyle heading into tonight in that battle for 4th and 5th in the points. As it's coming down to 3 drivers in the top 3 in the pure stock division, and they'll be in this heat race. Jordan Lakota, pole sitter, outside pole in the number 83 will be Nick Johnston. Brian Thompson, there he is in the 66 inside row 2. Jim Miller Jr. in car number 9. Lonnie Sommier in the M15, and Jason Spencer, your fast qualifier tonight, car 55. Spencer is your points leader. Jordan Lakota 28 points back, Jim Miller Jr. 38 points back. And then, like I said, it's a bit back, it's 100 points back before you get to Brian Thompson, who sits 4th.
And just like all the other ones, this will be 6 laps in distance. Nick Johnston started the day in his 7 car, Roger, was having some motor issues, so borrowed a borrowed ride. The 83 that Dan Goki normally pilots for Bob Elliott. Nick Johnston is in tonight as the green flag's out.
This should be an awfully tight group of cars for the majority of this race, based on how they went in the feature event. Lakota getting the early jump. Thompson and Johnston battling side by side for second. Right behind them is Miller and Sommier in a fight for 3rd and 4th. Remember, heat race points on the line for the top 4 finishers. So these heat race finishes are very important as far as who we crown champion for 2024. Right now it's Lakota getting max points as he's leading the field.
Yeah, the 55 of Jason Spencer got a pretty good chunk of points from qualifying earlier today, but he is not running up in the top 4 in this heat race. In fact, he has 2 more cars he's got to pass if he wants to be up there in one of those positions. And getting into the far side of the season, Roger, every single point counts, so it's definitely going to be a big deal if 55 doesn't make it up into one of the points positions.
Well, it looks like he's just kind of laying back right now. I thought maybe it was because there was really no place to put that car as everyone was side by side in front of him, but even that started to settle down here, and he's just kind of laying back, watching things play out, looking to maybe save it for tonight's 30-lap main event, or 25-lap main event.
And Jim Miller Jr. in the 9 working around the inside of this, well, the 83 of Nick Johnston. It's going to throw me off all night as the white flag is out.
Yeah, certainly one thing you notice here on asphalt is your drivers like to jump around a little bit from car to car to car.
Well, I feel like this year is even worse than any other year I can remember. But the checkered flag is out. Your winner is going to be Jordan Lakota. Ryan Thompson, good run in second. Jim Miller Jr. third. Lonnie Saumier fourth. Then Johnston and Spencer complete your field.
Yeah, Miller just snuck into that third spot out of turn number 4 to get past the M15. Saumier is Jordan Lakota, former, he spent some time on the dirt, coming back to the asphalt this season, 34 years of age, out of Davison. Complete Realty, that's Angie Ridley, Sarah Manick, also from Complete Realty, Marsh Auto Sales, and Cliffs Auto LLC. The number 1 as he's down there in Victory Lane picking up the fast heat in tonight's McAllister Rentals Pure Stocks. How about it for Jordan Lakota?
Whoop. Hello?
Yeah?
Can you still hear me?
I can. Yeah, you're still on.
Well, I think my button's broken again.
Even when you're off, you're on. No, now you're off. Now I can't hear you. Nah, I'm just messing with you now. Oh, time for the modifieds. It's been a bit since we've seen our friends from the Valley Truck Center modifieds as they make it on the track 3-4 heats for the modifieds. There'll be a B main tonight as well, as Alex Donnert is going to lead them to the green flag here in heat race number 1. Rich Eady should be alongside in car number 2. Dave Nestor out of Ohio in the 12N. I don't see that Dave made it out. I see 57 of Josh Savinsky, the 11 of Leela Whalen, and the 13 out of Parker, Colorado, Jordan Smith.
Yeah, we did lose the 7 of Andy Bootson out of West Virginia. He broke in practice, decided that he was going to get a head start on the drive home.
Yeah, he's out of West Virginia. That's a tough ride to not get a chance to run all weekend.
But, I mean, looking at what the scheduled lineup was and the drivers we were supposed to have in this race, you have Michigan, Indiana, Ontario, Colorado, and West Virginia all represented in the starting lineup of this race. And, you know, that 13 of Jordan Smith back there normally runs down at the Colorado National Speedway. Made the trip up this weekend, ran with the Midwest Modifieds Tour. Well, attempted to run with the Midwest Modifieds Tour yesterday at Birch Run Speedway. They weren't able to get their program in due to some rain, but decided to hop over here tonight. So appreciate him and Jake Smith making the very long haul to be with us here this evening.
And in one more lap, we'll let them loose here. Now these heat races do not determine the starting lineup for the features. Those are already determined based on qualifying earlier today. So you'll see these drivers here in this heat race will be in tonight's B main.
All right, Donnert and Eady will lead them off at turn 4. Green flag's out, we're underway.
Boy, Donnert got a big lead in a hurry over Eady's number 2.
Yeah, first time out this season for that car, and they had all kinds of struggles. You can see it's running without a hood because during practice, the hood actually got some air underneath it, blew up over the front opening of that car, and they've had all kinds of struggles today.
Jordan Smith has moved up to that 3rd spot as he's right on the back bumper of Eady's number 2 now. He's going to try to dive to the inside. See if he can't take that position away from Rich Eady as they go into turns 1 and 2. Donnert's pulled away. Now there goes 13 Smith now up to 2nd. He's got a bit of ways to go, maybe about a half a straightaway to get to the back bumper of Donnert in car number 3. About 1.5 second advantage for the number 3 over the 13, but as you can see, Jordan Smith in that 13 car starting to gobble up that real estate. Eady still in 3rd. Battle at the back of the pack between rookie Savensky in the 57, and look out, almost making contact with the 11 of Leela Whalen. Or Layla, yes, Layla Whalen. Now see, you got me all.
Layla Whalen.
Yeah, Layla Whalen.
Well, unfortunately, the 3 of unfortunately, the 3 of Donnert got the car working a lot better than it was earlier, but unfortunately going to break out of his qualifying time by a very large margin. So as the checkered flag is out, your winner is going to be Jordan Smith in the 13, Rich Eady 2nd, Layla Whalen 3rd, and Josh Savinsky will come home in 4th.
Jordan Smith, 38 years of age, out of Parker, Colorado. In the AAA Service Plumbing sponsored ride. Well, he's going to get a checkered flag for his efforts of being out here, all the way out here. Been racing, this is his 4th year of racing, all in the modified division, and he's going to get himself the first of 4 heat races. Going to get that checkered flag. Give him a big Owasso welcome. How about it for Jordan Smith?
All the way from Colorado, and they said on Facebook earlier, this place here that we have in Owasso is just an absolutely amazing track. Said everybody needs to come here and check things out. And I would agree. I think we have a very nice racetrack.
Maybe not all at once. Spread it out over the year.
Go big or go home.
Fine, fair enough. Heat race number 2. Randy Jereniski in the 141 will lead him to the green as the front row. Outside front row, Nathan Jordan out of Indiana in car number 9. Stephen Pelkey in the 62 from Durant. Dale Spencer in the triple nickel out of Ovid. Jake Smith out of Littleton, Colorado, the 89S. Damian Lytle, the 559, and Tim Burkett out of Hamilton, Indiana in the 12B.
Tim Burkett, actually one of the 2 names that are the proprietors, we'll say, of the Burkett Nestor modified chassis that have become so popular. Former champion of the Midwest Modifieds Tour as well.
And of course, maybe an opportunity for Tim Burkett to get some laps before that Midwest Modified Tour event 2 weeks from tonight. Of course, the Modifieds will be in action next week as well with the Reveal the Hammer series here for the Owasso 500. So big show next week, Outlaw Super Late Models and Modifieds.
And of course, the biggest modified race of them all coming up in August, the 10th running of the Hot Shoe 100.
6-lap heat race, number 2 of 4. Valley Truck Center Modifieds, they are underway. 141 showing a little bit of smoke there. Jaroneski, Elmira driver, trying to hold off this field. Got Nathan Jordan still stuck to the outside.
That's more than a little smoke,
yeah.
I think.
That got a little Cypress Hilly, to steal your joke. Oh, we got a car sideways. It's going to be the 12 of Tim Burkett. Locks it down. He'll keep it going. We keep racing. Nice job. Jaroneski leads the lap. Oh, big wiggle on that 141 car. Well, here comes Pelkey working on the bottom. Meanwhile, top shelf is Nathan Jordan, still stuck up on there. Why the top shelf? Because that's where the best liquor's held. Oh boy, Jaroneski all over the place. Gathers it up, but he's going to lose the lead.
Wow. That was a huge moment for the 141 there, Roger. I thought that was a caution for sure, but here we are still racing somehow, some way.
Hands the lead over to Pelkey's number 62. Jaroneski off the pace. He's just going to go sit back there and try to figure out what's going on with that car as the white flag in the air.
He's probably trying to figure out who crapped his pants.
Right, right. Very true. Pelkey, big lead out of turn 4. As long as he hits his mark, he's going to get this checkered flag, and he does. Pelkey, your winner.
Nathan Jordan comes home in second. Jake Smith third. Dale Spencer fourth. Damian Lytle completes the top 5.
Stephen Pelkey out of Durant. 33 years of age. 33's been racing for 20 of them. Durand. What? Making fun of my accent? Pelkey Racing, Cheater Motorsports. The help on Stephen Pelkey's number 62, and he'll find victory lane. How about it for Stephen Pelkey?
You know what Durand is famous for, Roger?
Doritos.
No, waiting at railroad crossings.
Oh, really? It's the number 1 in the country or just the state?
just in Durand.
Just in Durand.
It's #1 in Durand.
That's why I put the hard T at the end of it. What you got over there? I hear snacks.
I'm looking for an energy drink.
Here comes heat race number 3, Steve Rollins. Not for the band. That's Henry Rollins.
Is that black flag?
Yes, sir. Steve Rollins out of Heartland. In the 68, Billy Luckhurst. In car number 36, that should be your front row. Row number 2, Austin Creda out of Romeo, and Jordan Gatton out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, in the double eights. There's David McManus in car number 10, Jonathan Gatton in the 89, and Nick Clemens in the 34. Those scheduled to be part of the heat race number 3 party.
Now, I was informed Austin Kreita, it's supposed to be a hard T.
That's what I said.
Yeah, well, you got to be a little light on it, because if you go Kreita, you get that pop in the microphone.
Oh,
It's a hard T,
hard T.
so you got to soften it up a little bit.
Great. Just put the apostrophe in there. Just Kreita.
That's actually how they say it in London. Along with a bottle of water.
All right, we get the tires heated up, which I find awfully funny for as warm as it is out there on that track.
Like those tires haven't been sitting in the sun for the last 8 hours,
Right.
just baking. Got to make those tires hotter. All right, 6 laps up on the board. Steve Rollins in the 68. Billy Luckhurst back in his normal ride. His Uncle Mike put it in the wall at the Bob Finley Memorial. But they worked pretty tirelessly to get that one back together. And green flag is up, and we are underway here in heat race number 3.
Rollins trying to lead him on a turn 2, but Luckhurst not giving in easy. He's going to tuck in the line here coming on turn 4, though.
Austin Kreita in the 13 to the inside of Luckhurst for that second spot.
And McManus moves into 4th behind that battle.
I can imagine McManus probably doesn't want to get too banged up in this heat race, Roger. He is in a pretty prime position starting outside row 1 in the feature later on. So he'd like to just probably find a nice little niche there in 4th and maybe call it a nice race. Of course, as I say that, he closes up on 3rd, and that could all be thrown right out the window.
Sure. Well, he's sitting 5th in the point standings. He's 109 out, but he's only 9 back of, make that 11 back of Corey Finley for 4th in the points. I think he'd like to get some more heat race points if he can.
And Corey Finley not here tonight
Yes.
after suffering some damage at our last event. I believe they actually lost an engine. So that sidelined the 29 team and could pay off for the 10. As the white flag is out, 1 lap to go.
Rollins, Prada. And oh boy, Rollins a bit of a side slide and now opens the door for Kreita. Kreita down to the inside. Going
Oh,
for the
they
lead,
both
touch.
slide way up
And
the
here
track.
comes the 36. Billy Luckhurst using the first half of the surname. Luck right there. Wow, your front 2 knock each other out for a heat race win in the 3rd place car going into turn number 3. The first one to the checkered flag is Billy Luckhurst. Sneaks through and grabs, steals the victory here in number 3. On a banister. Go ahead, Chris.
I was just going to say, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Heck yes, Coyote Chassis Billboard Specialist, Lucky's Smokehouse, Ovid Iron and Metal, High Side Trucking Advantage Auctions on the car. Last year's Rookie of the Year.
Roger, we need to find us a steakhouse sponsor.
Right?
Really, for the amount of money that the Owasso Speedway family spends, I feel like Texas Roadhouse owes us a sponsorship or 2.
Or 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
You know, I saw an article about Rex on the news earlier today.
Yeah? Well, yeah, what was that
Apparently,
saying?
he's trying to eat at every Texas Roadhouse across the country.
At once?
If he could, I'm sure he would.
Nick Lakota. here in the fast heat. Out of Flushing in car 12, will lead into the green flag. Phil Masick in the 01 will be to his right. Jeremy Jaraneski in the 1J from up north in Vanderbilt. Tim Lahar in car 20. Josh Ware in the 7W. And there's point leader Aaron Taylor in your fast qualifier tonight out of Jackson in the 22.
It's always nice to see Josh Ware out at the track. You know, if he's here, that means you're doing something right, because if he doesn't like the way your track's running, he won't show up. So him being here, I think, is something resembling an endorsement of what we're doing at the Big O.
A little bit of smoke out that right rear. I wonder if that right rear is rubbing on something there. You can see it, maybe his brakes, perhaps.
Yeah, it does seem to be only under braking. Hopefully that doesn't turn into a bigger issue.
See, on dirt tracks, they don't let them have laps to get their tires more dirty.
I was going to say that might be because...
Go on.
Because, you know, dirt's only good for like 5 laps, and then it gets all
asphalt
leathery.
Leathery. I don't think I ever used that term in 26 years, that the track got leathery.
Well, maybe that's why you had to switch to pavement. Clearly, you didn't know what you were talking about.
Well, I think I prove that every night here anyway, as we get ready to go. Heat race number 4.
Phil Masick in the 01. He had Alex Donnert in that car last time out, but Phil Masick, no slouch at all. Ooh, bit of a moment there with Jaraneski, but he's able to continue on.
Masick trying to get to the bottom side there, but keep getting pestered by the nose of the Jaraneski machine in that number 1. That all going on while the 12 of Lakota.
Oh, wow, the 1 gave Masick a big shove.
I might have to go check who just crapped my pants. Holy moly, it scared me.
Yeah, I was sure that was a caution waiting to happen, but I guess full credit to Phil Masick, he didn't wreck it.
Lakota is well out in front. He's missing a great race. Well out in front. Masick in second.
I don't think he minds too much.
Josh Ware in third. Yeah, no, not at all. 2 laps to go, make it about a lap and a half here as they approach the back straightaway. Jaraneski in 4th, Mahar 5th, Taylor riding around back there in the 6th spot.
White flag is out, 1 lap to go. And we have a lot of part-time competitors here at Owasso that are up in the points paying positions, Roger. But our 1 and 2 in the point standings are actually outside of those point spots right now, though Tim Lahar makes a charge. Not going to happen, though. Nick Lakota takes the win. Phil Masick second, Josh Ware third, Jeremy Jaraneski 4th. Then Lahar and Taylor complete the field.
Well, Nick Lakota in that Howetty chassis. 36 years of age, out of Clio. Showcase Auto Sales, where he also is the sales manager. Barry Floor Covering, Murray Mechanical, Richfield Rentals, Backroad Beauty Salon, Complete Realty, Cataline Motorsports, Fast Racing Designs, Eddie Performance Solutions, Rhine Competition Engines, all on the side of that car. He's a 2017 modified champion, and last year was your Birch Run Street Stock champion. He finds himself in victory lane here in the fast heat. How about it for Nick Lakota?
And you know, it's been a nice day for the Lakotas so far. Evan picked up the heat race win in the mini wedges earlier this morning. And Dad had to live up to that, clearly, because there he is in victory lane in the big car.
You better check to make sure it wasn't his son in the car.
I don't know if Evan can see over the steering wheel yet.
Here comes some street stocks. We'll have a pair of heat races for you, street stock entries today.
Well,
it looked like we were going to have very few in this particular heat race.
Yeah, it was a lot of attrition, we'll say, earlier on today. At least 2 of the cars that were supposed to be in this race had some kind of mechanical issue, so What we have left on track is the 25 of Chaz Taylor, the 123 of Dan Folk, and the 26 of Dusty Link. Dan Folk, a normal competitor down at the Angola Motorsport Speedway. I don't know if he's normal. He normally races at Angola.
Well, Jason Robinson was supposed to be in this. He blew a motor. Larry Seeley had motor issues in his 42 car. And, well, Adam Rowe, I don't know what happened with Adam.
Well, I knew going into the night, he was trying to break in the rear end of his car because he had some rear end issues. And that's not a euphemism for anything.
Sure. Take your word for it.
As far, I mean, I guess he could be in the bathroom right now. I don't feel like checking. So we're just going to say mechanical issues.
Field has enough. Hey, the nice thing is, we've got 3 drivers in this race. They're all getting paid.
All right, Field gets the one to go signal, all 3 of them. You know what's funny is that that Daniel Folk has, his car number is the full count of the cars in this race.
Oh, wow, that's
1, 2, 3.
That's kind of deep. And he's going to finish in one of those 3 numbers. So a 3-car, so it's our second dash of the night. Our 3-car race. Dusty Link, I think, is the only one that has a checkered flag of the group.
Yeah, we could call it a trophy dash, but they don't get trophies for heat races, but they get a sticker. So it's a sticker dash.
Oh boy. And the 25 almost stick her in the wall there. Chaz Taylor almost tank slapped the front straightaway wall. As Folk setting the pace, but Link tracking him down, going to the inside. And looks like Link will take the lead away down the back straightaway. So Folk moves to second. Chaz Taylor in third.
Well, Roger, in a 3-car race, we have a breakout. 25 of Chaz Taylor.
Oh, no.
Going a little bit too quick, more than 0.3 of a second faster than his qualifying time. So he'll be promoted to spectator for the rest of this one.
But this will be good laps for him here. He's already sitting in third, so might as well just get the laps now.
Yeah, it's not going to hurt anybody.
Link gets a white flag. He's on his final circuit. Folk right behind him. And they come out of turn 4. Link will be your race winner. Folk will finish second. And Chaz Taylor will get the 3rd position. So last year's Rookie of the Year, Dusty Link out of Swartz Creek, 35 years of age. In his 2nd year in the S&S Mechanical Red House Ranch, Kelly Stables, Saddlewood Horseshoe Supply, number 26. Al visits Victory Lane, the first of 2 heat races for the street stocks. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Dusty Link, your winner.
You know, when you hear his list of sponsors, it really makes the cowboy hat he showed up to our banquet in make a lot more sense.
Yes, it does. Hey, want to say a very happy 60th birthday, Carla Patton. Here celebrating number 60 today. Happy birthday, Carla. I heard someone yell yay. Here comes the fast heat. And I think we're going to be without Jerry Ballard. He also had problems with a motor during hot lap qualifying. So Tom Stone in the 10 should move up to the pole position. Aaron Newman in the Shark Machine, 67, alongside Jim Miller Sr. in the K9. Johnny Hayden In car 64, and Tim Lahar, your fast qualifier once again in the street stocks at the tail of the field. Tim Lahar, as we mentioned, your points leader. Jim Miller Sr. is 36 points back heading into tonight. Jeff Owens 96 back, and then Aaron Newman 132 in your season-long 2024 points battle.
Boy, someone might want to let those guys know that we're not racing yet.
All right, they get their 2 fast laps. They'll line them up, and then we'll go for 6 under competition.
That's like all of the hot laps you get on dirt, isn't it?
If you get one. Okay, field lines up. Again, Stone and Newman, row 1, row 2. Miller Sr. and Hayden, and Lahar. Set to go. The M&K Truck Center restart zone. Stone and Newman pick up the pace. To the green they come.
And pretty good start out of Lieutenant Tom Stone. Ever since he started bringing this car back out to the track, seems like he's had nothing but trouble with it, but looks like he's starting to get it dialed in. Made it into the fast heat here tonight.
Trying to hold off Newman and Miller Sr. And boy, he can't afford to make any mistake, or else he's going to be picking up some pieces of that car. As now we got 4 under a blanket because Lahar just joined the party.
Yeah, those are 3 guys that aren't going to give you an inch either.
No, we're going to go 3 wide for the lead too, Chris.
Jim Miller Sr.
Oh,
I thought he was going to back out of it. He decided to say never mind.
And Stone drops.
Like the marmalade in a ham sandwich.
Well, it can't go backwards. It's only if you go forwards.
It can slip out of the other side.
That's like mustard out of a turkey sandwich.
Well, where does the marmalade come in?
You don't get one on a turkey sandwich. Miller Sr. with your lead now. Lahar in second. No love lost between those two.
White flag is out. 1 lap to go.
Couple of tough competitors right here at the front. Your second and first place in points. Lahar going to get right to the back bumper of Miller. That's about as far as he's going to get, as Miller Sr. will pick up the heat race win over Lahar, Newman, Stone, and Hayden. So Jim Miller Sr., 59 years of age, 43 years behind the wheel of a race car. Lots of championships in that performance auto. Top Speed Motorsports, Michigan Auto Cores, wall-built performance, Michigan Battery, Corona Road Bar, Finish Line Gutters.
And if you catch him after the race, there's a good chance he'll have a parrot on his shoulder.
And maybe a beer in his hand.
And he's not even a pirate.
Nope. Are you sure?
Well, I was, but now that you question it, I guess I don't know.
Jim Miller
I've never
Sr.
asked him.
Out of Lake City as he picks up the win. How about for Jim Miller Sr., ladies and gentlemen? I believe we got 3 heat races for the sport compacts. Make it 4.
In the hot dog race. And I did see a message that the hot dogs for the hot dog race are ready, grilled to perfection.
I like mine medium rare.
And here comes heat race number 1 for the Flory Crane Rental Sport Compacts. I do want to point out that first car out there is in fact not a Hudson Hornet.
I'm looking to see who's out here first before I start talking because I don't see Braden Loop. But Emily Clayton is in that 6 machine. That is not the real Hudson Hornet.
No, I believe it's a Chevy Lumina.
The 89 belongs to Elizabeth Cole. The 12B of Don Burton. 95 of Dagan Clayton.
Nope, that's, well, one of them is. The other 95.
Yeah, I see. Oh, yeah, I see 2 of them. Keith Rivers III is the front 95.
Then the 04 of Tyler Oakley, 7X of the Sugar Baby, Josh Shiver. And then the other 7 is Zane Cruz.
33 of these, and we got both 95s and both number 7s in the same race. You think the race director could get that cleared up for us?
I mean, they do have letters on them. One's
they-
an X and one's not. Well, not the 95s.
Okay.
One's like the Las Vegas Strip version of Lightning McQueen. The other one looks like...
Times Square version?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go. Those that struggle to find some speed in qualifying are underway. Oh, cold. And a big turnabout for the 89. She'll keep it going.
Hey, that's the winning attitude. That's what we like to see.
Emily Clayton trying to lead lap number 1.
In the fabulous Chevy Lumina.
Keith Rivers the third in second. Clayton battling with Burton for the 3rd spot, and Clayton's going to grab that position, although Burton not going to give it up easy.
Yeah, Burton really fighting up there on the high side to get around Dagan Clayton in the 95.
It's like they look like they should be going really fast, and they're not, and it feels like I'm a Novocaine. Here they come out of turn 4.
Just play it on like a 7-second delay.
Good battle, though. Rivers takes the lead. Clayton falls back to second as the 95's trying to get to the front of the field. Clayton now wants 2nd spot.
Ka-chow.
And is able to take it away.
You know, Roger, they say lightning never strikes twice.
Huh.
I think they're wrong
Yeah.
because I see it right now.
Kudo, I'm putting a point on the board for you there.
That was probably the cleverest I'll get tonight.
Which McQueen will be the best McQueen?
It'll be the McKing.
Could be Rivers and Clayton in the battle of 95s.
Off at turn 4, checkered flag is out. Your winner is going to be Keith Rivers. Dagan Clayton 2nd, Emily Clayton 3rd, Josh Shiver 4th, Don Burton brings her home at the back end of the top 5.
Driver?
Yes, this is his first time here, I believe.
So, this driver gets that first victory, first time here out of Standish. How about that? In the 95-hour, Keith Rivers the third.
I didn't know people still lived in Standish.
There's a few people left. They got the lights on.
Do they have the light? Did they leave the lights on? Did somebody forget?
Well,
somebody should really let the electric company know.
Here's a racetrack just waiting to be opened up there.
They're trying.
Gabe Rusnell, 24. And Chad Baker's T16 will make up your front row here for heat race number 2. Keegan Cudd in the number 11, and Jeremy Kelly's number 26 in row number 2. Kenny Troughton in the 70, and Josh Harmon in the 17. In the final row, Ira Hosner's I1 and Owen Natzel. in the 14.
Well, that's a bit presumptuous. The race hasn't even happened yet.
He's
There
declared
he is saying
himself.
I won.
Mhm.
Got to at least run the race first.
Well, he is. He and that 14 have fast machines because they keep their motor clean.
I'm trying to place it. Buffering.
ACDC.
There we go.
All right, feel ready to go 6 laps here in heat race number 2 of 4 your Sport Compacts. Baker jumps out to the quick lead.
Yeah, very solid start for the T16. And this race kind of has the...
cars in the wall.
Keegan Cudd. Oh, nose first into the backstretch wall.
And he in the 17 of Joshua Harmon made some contact back there. Just got squeezed a little bit. The 17 did, and that contact got the 17 in the wall. You see the right side's whitened up there. And then that helped Keegan Cudd finish up the deal, scraping all the way down the back straightaway wall.
And he had a really good run yesterday at the Corrigan Oil Speedway. Finished second in the B feature.
Oh, good for him, yes.
And unfortunately, after that high note, looks like the weekend may not end on a similar note.
Now it looks like I'll be using all that money for parts. And looks like he's going to need the assist of the flatbed for our first delayed caution of the afternoon. By the way, our Kimball Midwest Challenge tonight up to $300. And if you're not familiar with the Kimball Midwest Challenge is, well, every week we throw $100 in the pot, or Kimball Midwest does. They throw $100 in the pot, and we take a class and their fast qualifier, and their fast qualifier gets to choose whether or not he or she would like to start at the tail of their main event. And if they come all the way through the field and win, well, then they win what's in the pot for the Kimball Midwest Challenge. So for the last 2 nights, either nobody's taken it or they've taken it and not won. So it's up to $300 today, and it's the Valley Truck Center Modifieds that were scheduled to have the Kimball Midwest Challenge, and I'm not sure, did Mr. Taylor take it?
The challenge was declined.
Okay, so next week it'll be $400 to a designated class.
Yep, it made it all the way up to $1,000 before somebody was able to claim it. Buddy Head, so far the only successful challenge taker this season. I believe tonight was the 4th, or tonight would have been the 4th time it was accepted, but unfortunately did not happen.
So either the mods, trucks, or Sport Compacts may have that Midwest Challenge, or Kimball Midwest Challenge. So that pot will be a little bit higher by $100. So, and that would be a nice payday for Sport Compacts or trucks. Any of those drivers here with the lower purse.
Shoot, I'd take it.
Of course, our heat races are timed, so we do have a time limit on our races, all of our races here at Owasso Speedway.
Well, Roger, one of our track sponsors wanted me to wish him and his wife a happy anniversary. I almost said happy birthday there, by the way. Which I guess, once you get married, it's really the birth of your second life together, unified. Anyway, Bing and Elaine Crosby celebrating an anniversary tonight.
Well, happy anniversary.
Bing said he was a big fan of our shout out last week.
I was just gonna say how much crap you gave me about about that, and Bing reaches out and says, "Hey, thanks for the mention." I believe, and I'm paraphrasing this, may have been the best read he's ever heard.
I could believe that. I think it was
I'm paraphrasing.
knocked well out of the park.
I'm paraphrasing, and I'm just, I'm taking it based on the language that was used when thanking us.
But, you know, I mean, car dealerships get a bad reputation. So if you're going to buy a car, buy it from somebody who's trustworthy. And Bing Crosby is definitely that guy.
Sundance GMC.
That's the one in St. John's.
Yes, thank you. Okay, the field being told they're coming to 1 to go. So I have a feeling if we have another caution, we may not. We may get the final flag, but they're going to give her a shot here as we don't have a lap completed.
I thought we were going to race them on the concrete track, but
Yeah, we're saving. Yeah, thought maybe it was going to be a good thing for tomorrow.
concretes are for Sundays. Concrete is for Sundays. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. 1 to go signal. Rusnell, Baker, front row. Kelly and Troughton in row number 2. And then Hosner and Natzel in row 3.
All right, green flag is out.
Baker again with a lead. Didn't get as well of a restart as he did last time, but boy, Rusnell getting ganged up upon.
Oh, no.
Oh, I thought he was going to drive out of that, Chris.
Yeah, the 14 Owen Natzel. The 14 and Natzel got into the 24 Rusnell. Rusnell went up towards the wall, and Jeremy Kelly nowhere to go. Well, we have hit our time limit, Roger, so this is kind of like a horse with no name, a race with no laps.
Well, tough break here for everyone except Chad Baker. And how do I not have a... Oh, there it is. There's Chad Baker's form. Knickerbocker Brick Blocker. Oh, boy. Good thing I looked at that before I read it.
How could you forget that one?
Knickerbocker Brick Blocker. The sponsors on the T16 for Chad Baker, winning the middle heat. Down there in victory lane. Just survived long enough to get the checkered flag. 2 good restarts, and he's out of the car, folks. How about it for Chad Baker? Be one to watch in the B main later on. Now looks like Jeremy Kelly able to drive away on his own. Should be another heat race coming out here momentarily for your Sport Compacts. Caden Comer should be the one starting inside front row with Connor Hogue's 18C, Oliver Kukar in the 86, and Mike Westfall in the 56, making up row number 2. Drew Hosner's T1 and Keith Hazel in car 20. And the 6X Dan Hassard, Bryson Hosner in the 29. Will be those starting in heat race number 3 as they make their way out onto the track. Damian Waters is your point leader tonight. Also your fast qualifier tonight. Randy Moore with 6 points back. Bryson Hosner who you will see in this heat race 51 points back at Damian Waters in the season-long championship race, with Nick Murdoch, last year's champion, and Corbin Kelly in the 92 top 5 in the Flurry Crane Rental Sport Compacts.
Well, we mentioned Keegan Cudd finishing second in that B feature last night at the Corrigan Oil Speedway. Connor Hogan, that 18, was the winner of that race, his first ever checkered flag in a sport compact. Hopefully that momentum wave goes a little bit better for him than it did the 11. All right, so Caden Comer in the 33. Connor Hogan, the 18, will lead him off in turn 4. Green flag's out.
All right, we all shuffle our way through turns 1 and 2. And it's Connor Hogue showing the way.
Oh, Bryson Hosner took him 3 wide there for a second.
Mike Westfall, they're so far able to keep up with your leader as your front two begin to pull away. Caden Comer back there leading that second group, but he's got them all over the side and the back of that 33 machine as they're 3 wide. Hosner. Contact with the 20 down the front chute. That's Keith Hazel. Hazel had to back out of it somewhere else. He was going to kiss the Owasso concrete.
Yeah, these sport compact guys awfully chippy here today.
Hassard, I thought he was going to go to the inside of Kukar. Instead, slides the nose across the back bumper of that 86. That's a battle there for the 4th position. Hassard's going to take a look again, and they're going to touch.
Yeah, Kukar.
Saw that coming.
Well, it looks like he'll stay in it. He'll rejoin the field.
Well, you saw Hassard slam the brakes to not get into him. And now he's got some problems, 6X with problems. May have a flat on that machine, and he's well off the pace. Looks like he'll pull to the infield. White flag is out for Hogue.
Yeah, after another black and blue heat race, got a black car leading this one. Connor Hogue in the 18 picked up his first feature win last night. He'll back it up with a heat race win here today as he comes down to the line. Mike Westfall in second, Caden Comer third, Keith Hazel fourth, and Bryson Hosner will complete the top 5.
Connor Hogue got a Lansing. Don't see any sponsorship listed on that car, and it looks like there's a lot of space available if you'd like to put your business on a car that can obviously reach victory lane. Connor Hogue, just 13 years of age in his rookie season, and he'll visit victory lane. How about it for this young man? Finding himself in victory lane here yesterday and today. How about it for Connor Hogue?
So, Roger, we have one more heat race, and then it is time for the hot dog race.
Oh, it's just making my stomach churn. They should have just made it the ice cream race. Until they all get to turn 2 and they all get ice cream headaches at the same time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. A brain freeze could really derail that whole race. Although at that point, it's kind of an occupational hazard.
Here comes your fast heat. Jason Harrington out of Kalamazoo. Oh, guess how many ones we have in this race?
3.
A lot. So we got the F1 of Herb Freeman, Nick Murdoch in the 79, Chris Heinzelman in the 56, Leroy Whitaker 23, the 54 Corbin Kelly, Kyle Heinzelman in the 57, and Damian Waters in the 1 that looks like the F1.
Yeah, looks like we're missing Nick Murdoch. I don't see him out on the track quite yet.
Looks like Heinzelman just kind of laying back as well now. He'll, yeah, he looks like he's just going to kind of lay back as field gets set to go. Final 6 for a heat race. As your field comes out of 4. Green flag in the air. Which one will be number one right now? I thought they were all going to be on top of each other. They're almost there. I thought the 57 was just going to kind of lay back, but that is certainly not the case for Heinzelman.
Well, the way these last few heat races went, Roger, he probably thinks the safest spot to be in would be way out in front. As Jason Harrington leads Herb Freeman, Kyle Heinzelman in the 57. Looking to the outside of Freeman, and he's got smoke coming off the back of that car, it seems like, as he gets under braking.
The point leader, Damian Waters, back there in the 5th spot. Battling the 23 of Leroy Whitaker. Different car for Whitaker this week.
Yeah, normally Adam pilots that car. Leroy hopping back behind the wheel.
Front 3 nose to tail, then it gets dicey. Oh, Herb Freeman way up the track. He's going to lose ground and the 2nd place spot to Heinzelman. Here comes Whitaker. Now they're 3 wide as Kelly gets in there as well, as that's hurt Damian Waters now. Shoves him all the way to the back of the field.
And Jason Harrington, though, out on a cruise as we're coming to the white flag this time.
Oh, Kelly and Whitaker contact.
Oh, well, they're all able to, no, maybe not.
Kelly's going to come to a stop. Well, must have been a hard enough hit that something broke on the suspension of the 54 cars. Corbin Kelly.
Boy, that would be, yeah, that'd be very unfortunate. Kelly had his best qualifying performance all season here tonight. Looked really fast, but yeah, Roger, him and the 23 of Leroy Whitaker tangled over in 3 and 4, and looks like Whitaker might have the last laugh on that one as he drove away.
Safety official's going to see what he needs. I'm going to guess flatbed. We shall see. 50-50 tickets on sale. Make sure you pick up your 50-50 tickets. The Michigan Women's 600 Club selling 50-50 tickets here tonight, so be sure to get your 50-50 tickets. We'll draw the winning ticket after the modified 50-lap feature. As it looks like the Whitaker machine will be deemed with the caution, and we do have a 1 caution rule in our heat races. And looks like Corbin Kelly going to get the business end of one of our service vehicles.
Is the business in the front or the rear on
This
those?
one's in the rear. This is the opposite of a mullet.
Well, that means the party's in the front.
Yep.
What up? Well, Roger, these sport compact heat races have looked a lot like a Waffle House at 3 a.m.
A mess, huh?
Yep, and I don't remember any of it.
Makes me a little worried what the feature's going to look like.
Waffle House at 2:15 a.m.
Right after last call, huh?
Yeah, that's when the danger starts.
Well, we hope that you'll join us next week.
Well, don't forget tomorrow. They got to join us tomorrow first.
Tomorrow first. That's the big, what is it, the 3rd one, Destruction Overload. And again, we're going to take a bus. We're going to jump it through a camper.
Is it a camper or is it a
like
bigger bus?
I think it's like I think it's either a camper or a motorhome, as this one's going to be over.
Yeah, another case of time limit.
So Jason Harrington will be credited with the win. I go through all these number 1s that I have here in this. Big pile of stuff I have here. Oh, my secret weapon. As there goes Corbin Kelly. You can see the right front broken on that machine. I'm sure there'll be a number of people alongside trying to help get that car out for tonight's feature event, as it'll be the final event of the night, so they've got a lot of time to get that finished up. But meanwhile, down there in Victory Lane out of Kalamazoo, ladies and gentlemen, how about Jason Harrington picking up your Fast Heat win here in your Flory Crane Reynolds Sport Compacts?
So upcoming next will be the hot dog race. It's going to be a mix of our front-wheel drive sport compacts and our pure stocks. Scheduled to race in this one, Talon Deal in the M57, Jeremy Johnson in the 47 pure stocks, Josh Shiver in the 7X sport compact, Chad Baker in the T16 sport compact, Ricky Moore coming out of retirement to race the 09 pure stock, Eric Deviney in the 13 pure stock, and Tyler Oakley in the 04 sport compact. We do 1 lap per car, so if everyone shows up, it'll be 6 laps. Drivers will drive 1 lap, they stop, eat a hot dog, take off, drive another lap, stop, eat a hot dog, take off, and the first person to complete that in the scheduled distance will be your hot dog champion. So we're gathering a crew. So Roger, this will be what, your second hot dog race?
This will be number 2.
No, it's going to be a hot dog race.
Oh, yes.
You do that in private.
Number 2. It was a long night last night.
Couldn't tell.
Yeah. Said, no, I'm going to go to Crystal and I'm going to announce some stuff. And no, it won't affect Owasso Speedway one bit till 3:30 in the morning shows up and we finally get done.
All right, our hot dog distribution team is assembled.
Yay, it's peanut butter jelly time.
No, hot dogs.
Oh.
I mean, I guess you could put peanut butter and jelly on a hot dog.
They put it on a hamburger. Peanut butter, anyway. Let's see. Shiver, he's always looking for a free meal, so no surprise he's pulling out. Jeremy Johnson, you know he wants it. Randy Moore in the 09.
It's actually Ricky Moore in this one.
Oh, Ricky's doing this one. Okay.
Yeah.
Talon Deal in the 57. Chad Baker.
Tyler Oakley
yes,
in the
Tyler,
04.
Thank you. I was drawing a blank there. Should have known it was Tyler Oakley.
Now that green number 09, that's the very same car that George Harris won his last hot dog race in.
So here's what, 6 cars? They're going to go 6 laps. Is that the case?
That is correct. 6 cars, 6 laps.
They get a hot dog every lap. We call it the ERP race. ERP.
All right.
All I heard on the radio was, if you guys are ready, and then Jeremy Johnson said, I'm ready!
He had that hot dog gone before he got to turn 1.
I thought I was going to have a minute to get down there, but not to be.
All right, this is where you want premium braking products. Oh, coming in hot. Let's.
Oh, look out.
Oh, Jeremy Johnson took out the box of hot dogs.
Oh, and they're stuck underneath the car.
Oh, no.
Hey! Who stole my cheese? So the hot dogs right now are in turn number 2.
He's still got them.
Jeremy Johnson with a dog. He's going to have all the dogs in one lap.
That's kind of an unfair advantage. Nobody else can get a hot dog if he takes them all.
I'm not going under there to get them hot dogs. And he still got the dogs. Good thing they grabbed them all in advance.
So I believe we're coming to lap 3. Oh, there goes the box of hot dogs. So we got debris over in turn 2. RIP that entire box of hot dogs.
Well, Jeremy Johnson, a little bit of a penalty, having to make the safety official run to get the hot dog to him.
Boy, the hood's coming up on the 09, Roger. That could be a competitive disadvantage as the white flag's out. 1 lap to go. Oh, we got a collision. All right, well, we're trying to figure out what's going on here. Looks like Jeremy Johnson going to take the victory, his second of the night. Ricky Moore second, Talon Deal third. Oh, the 09 is being declared the winner. I think I missed a lap somewhere. So Ricky Moore in the 09, I believe, taking the victory. Roger, you're down there with officials. What's the word from the hot dog team down there? So Roger, what's the official word? Who's our big wiener?
So Ricky Moore will get credited with the hot dog win. And I know this got to mean something awfully special for you, especially in the car that you're behind. Part of we also want to make sure we get you on video here is how you feeling after, feeling like Joey Chestnut after all those hot dogs? Well, talk about that race.
Yeah, it was wicked.
It means something to be in this car to win this race, though, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. George won it a long time ago.
Well, you probably need some Pepto-Bismol. Anyone you'd like to thank? You seem like a man of few words right now, and I can probably understand why with all those nitrates in your system.
Yep, just wish George was here.
Absolutely. Well, here's a trophy to commemorate your win here today, and congratulations on winning this hot dog race. Emotional. Ricky Moore here in Victory Lane.
All right, the George Harris family coming out there to get their picture with Ricky. For those of you that weren't around the track at the time, George Harris, a longtime part of the DNA of the Owasso Speedway, and this race was held in his honor every year, and continuing on with that tradition in George's memory.
There is a great video of him in one of those hot dog races on YouTube where he really lit up the tires after winning. There he goes. There, George would be proud. Well, it's not very often, I have to say, take a moment here to clean the track because it's full of concessions food. But hot dog splotches all over turn number 1.
Yeah, I've seen all kinds of grease and oil on a racetrack. I've never seen it from a decimated box of hot dogs.
Hey, destruction overload is not till tomorrow. Well, it's not very, I've seen 2 of these, and they've both had controversial finishes. Well, the B main for the modifieds and for the, well, actually for the, let's see, what's it going to fall in line here? Probably.
It'll be modifieds. And then Sport Compacts
Okay.
B-Main will be our second to last race of the night.
Okay, all right. Just to make sure I read that right. So.
Got to give Josh Shiver a chance to recover from the hot dog race.
Hey, fire up that Porta-John.
Yeah, it's a bad day to be a toilet at the Owasso Speedway, I'll tell you that much. Super Dave, did you make it through 4th of July with all your fingers again?
There they are. I see 4 of them on one hand.
You know, he said They'll have to pry these fireworks out of my cold, dead fingers.
Well, at least.
By the way, they're right over there.
Well, well, did you? And it's kind of sad, but the guy that had the fireworks in his hat, it didn't end up very good for him.
There was a guy with fireworks in his hat?
Yeah, put fireworks on his hat. They made a video, and unfortunately, it took him.
Well,
It's had a sad ending. But I mean,
that's the most expected sad ending of all time.
why would you put fireworks on your head? How much do you have to have inside you, chemically and alcoholically, to put fireworks on your head?
We'll have to ask his family.
I'm sure that will be in the Darwin Awards for this year.
I think it's a front runner.
I mean, the story blew up the internet.
Was that pun intended?
It was.
All right. Starting to click now.
Yeah. Right, that's not a flyover, is it? Or just someone flying over?
Yes, but also no. So upcoming next will be the B main for the modifieds. Back in the day, they would call it a consolation race because it's consolation for not being in the A main.
If you haven't heard the new taste sensation down in the concession stand, the corny dog?
I think it's the Speedway dog.
Speedway dog, is that what we're calling it?
Yeah, it's like a coney dog on a stick. You know, some of the best foods are served on a stick. Kebabs.
Okay. Okay.
Popsicles.
That was not the first thing that came to my mind, kebabs, but yeah, okay, yeah, kebabs, popsicles.
The other ones.
Yes, obviously.
And now, a coney dog. You get the corn dog with the split open with the chili and the cheese on it.
Oh, I know one. City chicken.
As opposed to country chicken?
No, on the stick. You ever had city chicken?
No.
It's just like I think it's pork and it's breaded and it's on a stick.
Wait, if it's pork, then why is it called chicken?
That's because it's called city chicken. Same like chicken of the sea.
So is it chicken or is it tuna?
Yeah, it's tuna.
Does anyone still remember that?
I'm going to have to find city chicken for you.
I wonder how Jessica Simpson's doing today.
Well, she's doing better than Linda from finance.
No, Linda's doing great. It's everyone else that has to deal with her. That's. I heard she's got sensitivity training next week.
Oh, what? You say something on a line?
I cannot comment. I'm not allowed.
Let's see here. City chicken. Can't believe you've never had city chicken. City chicken is a skewer of pork cubes, sometimes also with veal, that's seasoned and coated, deep fried, and then baked to resemble fried chicken.
Interesting.
So that's 4 foods on a stick.
Does like a shawarma count? I mean, the food starts on a stick and then you shave it off.
Could be. How about shrimp skewers?
I do like a good shrimp skewer. Even though I've been told shrimps is bugs.
Shrimps is bugs?
Yep.
Because they fly in water?
There's some sciencey thing behind it. I don't know. I'm not a bugologist. Just have a passing interest.
I hear motors are rumbling.
All right, so we've lost a couple cars in this this bit of a shindig. So what we have remaining, Jordan Smith in the 13 making the trip from Colorado. Layla Whalen out of Ontario. Josh Savinsky from Langsburg, which is significantly closer than the first two. Rich Eady out of Otter Lake and Alex Donnert from Swartz Creek. All right, so 20 laps will be the distance here. Valley Truck Center Modifieds consolation race. Jordan Smith making the haul all the way from Colorado to be with us tonight. Trying to make it worth his while. He leads the field into turn number 3. Off at turn number 4, they'll get the 1-to-go signal. Josh Savinsky in the 57, glad to see him back out. Had to build a whole brand new car last time out. He, in one of these B features, ended up getting his car pretty banged up, had to total it out. But he's got a new car all put together, ready to race. And we'll see what he can do off at turn 4. Green flag's out, we're underway. And right off the bat, Jordan Smith in the 13, well out in front on the opening lap, but Layla Whalen in the 11 going to try to close the gap. As we have our first lap in the books, Smith continuing to drive away from the rest of the field.
Savinsky trying to hold on to that third spot. He's got a battle between Eady and Donnert going on behind him. It's going to include him here rather shortly as Donnert's working the top side.
Alex Donnert had a horrible start to his day. Practice and qualifying just not quite going how he wanted it to. Finally seemed to have the car underneath him. Got flagged for speeding in his heat race. Had to start at the back of this one.
He's just moved up to the 3rd position. So Layla Whalen in the 2nd spot. She's by herself. All watching the 13 of Jordan Smith show the way.
Yeah, Smith was the fastest car in this race, qualified 22nd. So just one car between himself and breaking into the main event. As we are now 5 laps in, 1/4 distance, and Jordan Smith well out in front of the rest of the field.
Yeah, this could be a long 15 laps here with the field spread out as much as they are. Nobody really close enough to mount the challenge to the car in front of them.
Well, speaking of mounting a challenge, here comes Alex Donnert now taking a peek to the inside of the 11 of Layla Whalen. And something that's been unchallenged, Roger, I'm not sure if you know about this fact yet, but we are one of the top tracks on the Track Tune app.
How about that?
So those of you listening here at the track or at home, thanks for being part of our numbers on that service as well.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Wow. All the way up to number 1 on the charts. As there goes Donnert taking that 2nd spot on the high side, gonna make his way by Layla Whalen.
Halfway home, 10 in, 10 to go as Alex Donnert settles into the 2nd spot. He'll now try to hook the 13 of Smith, reel him back in, but he's got a 5.4 second deficit.
Jordan Smith almost a half lap ahead of Alex Donnert as he stretches it out another 1/10 of a second to 5.5 seconds.
Yeah, I got to imagine Jordan Smith probably wishing he could have had this same kind of speed earlier in the afternoon. Maybe would have been racing in our 50-lap race a little bit later on. And of course, as I say that, I check the times, and he's actually running right where he did qualify. But more track time, the better. I imagine we'll probably see the Smiths back here come hot shoe 100 time. But Alex Donnert now beginning to chip away at that lead. It might be a case of too little, too late. But he shaved about a 1/10 off there. He'll need to probably quadruple that per lap here for the next 5 laps. Unfortunately, not making that much headway, but now Jordan Smith beginning to close in on some lap traffic, beginning to close in on the back bumper of the 57 of Josh Savinski. Savinski goes way high to get out of the way, and Smith will put him 1 lap down with 3 laps remaining. Now Jordan Smith gets right to the back bumper of the 2 of Rich Eady. And this is where traveling from a long distance gets tricky. A lot of the weekly drivers with the knowing the ins and outs of everybody on track can usually predict how the lap traffic's going to behave. But Jordan Smith is seeing a lot of these drivers for the very first time here tonight. So he's got to be a little more trepidatious around the lap traffic. But he's got a bit of clear track right now as he comes to the white flag. 1 lap to go.
Final lap for Jordan Smith. We lost Savinski about 3 laps ago. He pulled off once he was put a lap down by your race leader. Well, it was a long way to get here. Didn't get to race much, but he's going to win the B main. How about it? Jordan Smith crosses the finish line first. Here comes Donnert. Will finish in the 2nd position. Layla Whalen should finish 3rd, with it Rich Eady a lap down in car number 2. So the Parker, Colorado driver gets the win in the heat, and he'll back it up with a B main win in the AAA Service Plumbing number 13. He won't get the big check and the big trophy tonight, but he'll take home a nice payday for his efforts. Picking up the win in the B main for the modifieds, folks. How about another time for Jordan Smith? As we get ready for features here this evening, Pure Stock scheduled to be the first one to make its way out onto the track here momentarily. And those Pure Stocks brought to you by McAllister Rentals.
Well, Roger, getting word last call on 50-50.
Yes, yep, that would be about right, because we'll draw that after our modified feature, which will follow our Pure Stock main event here this evening. Again, appreciate you coming out here on this hot Saturday afternoon, early evening here at Owasso Speedway. And like Chris said, thanks for listening on Track Tune, where we are we're the number 1.
Just like
we're number 1 on
just
Track
like
Tune. So thank
Smitty,
you.
Werber, Jaegerman, Jensen.
And of course, you can always listen in on 88.5 here at the Speedway as well. But you can get Track Tune anywhere.
And if you are listening on an FM transmitter, welcome to 2024. The future is now, old man.
At the tone, the time will be.
So, Roger, do you still remember the phone number to time?
No. Yeah. No.
But you have called it.
I might have. Well, worked at, yeah, working at a bank, you always had the time and temperature number. Or a movie phone, you had to call to see what movies were playing. Because if you couldn't afford to have a newspaper, those fancy newspapers delivered to your house.
Yeah.
Every
God
day.
forbid you can't spring for the 25 cents for a newspaper.
Can't think of why they're going under. Yeah, I still look in my handy dandy phone book as well. Can't find anybody, but by
See, when I was a kid, looking things up in the yellow pages was how my father punished me. Which is why I'm probably the only one in my age group that knows how to use the yellow pages. That was knowledge I learned against my will.
Jeez, when I was in school, we used to have, the teachers would have us have a contest to try to find words in the dictionary who could do it the fastest in the class. That's old school.
You know what the trick is to that?
Know the words in advance?
Alphabetical order.
Well, that's the point, yes.
All right, pure stock feature getting ready to hit the track.
Oh.
And, of course, I was busy arranging about the phone book and misplaced my lineup.
Okay, then I have it. Bob Baumgarten's going to start this one on the pole. The Mount Clemens driver in the 108 will have Talon and Deal in the M57 out of Flint alongside row 2. Craig Hills out of Onondaga in the 07.
Onondaga.
I'm going Onondaga. You just stay back. Onondaga, like Talladega. In the 07, Randy Moore out of Ashley. In the 09, Vinny Lello. Now, don't get your tail between your legs. Vinny Lello in the 87, Scott Garcia in the 6S. Are you still with me, Chris?
I'm here. I was letting you do the lineup.
Okay, Brett Forrest in the 5, Kyle Callahan in the 14, make up row 4. Row 5 is Jordan Lakota in the J1, and Nick Johnston's number 83. Row 6, Brian Thompson in the 66, Jim Miller Jr. in car number 9. It's a deep inversion here tonight, Chris. As Lonnie Samir, your second fastest qualifier, will be inside row 7 in the M15, and your fast qualifier, Jason Spencer, will be to his right in the double nickel. Jeff Parks in the U2 and Jeremy Johnson make up row 8. Eric DeVinny, let's see if Eric made it out. He did in that 13 car. He's back there. Abby Kolb, I think she made it out there.
She did.
Yep, it's either the 89 or 98. I can't tell which one it is. It might be the 98 back there.
Yeah,
oh,
they're both out there. They both made it.
Austin Sovine in the 98 and Chris DeVinny in the 13. So we got a couple of 13s as we're set to go 20 laps here in the pure stock main event.
All right, race fans, this time around, first time tonight, want to see each and every single one of you get up on your feet. We've all been sweating, so let's air out those armpits. Get on your feet, wave your hands in the air. You wave to the drivers, they'll wave back at you. Well, it looks like the 57 of Talon Deal still wet behind the ears a little bit, Roger. He elected to take the tail of the field after being scheduled to start on the front row. But we have a great field of cars still at the front. Green flag is out. We are underway.
Oh, we're 3 and 4 wide as we go into turns 1 for the first time. Boris was on the bottom there. I thought he was going to get shoved down to the concrete. That's only in the 6th spot as they're all over each other from the field. I don't know what to call. There's a lot of things going on here, Chris.
Yeah, we're 2, 3, 4 wide as the field. Oh, the 07 of Craig Hills back wheels get off the ground.
Both drivers, Voris and the 07, get back underway. Caution out, however, with 1 lap complete. There was a lot of stimulation going on there. A lot of different colors flowing in front of me at high rates of speed.
some would say too much going on.
I was overwhelmed. Little piece of debris here on the front straightaway.
I'm surprised that's all there is.
Yeah, the four-wheel buy sponsored Owasso Speedway safety truck.
There was 2 pieces there.
Oh, 2 pieces. Well, you can't have just one.
Once you pop, the fun don't stop.
So after 1 lap,
Scott Garcia leads, Kyle Callahan second, Nick Johnston third. Jim Miller Jr., man on the move, he's up to 4th, it looks like. Yeah. Bob Baumgarten drops back to 5th. And wow.
well, if he's up to 4th, that's a heck of a move because he was in 12th on the start.
Well, if you think that's impressive, Jason Spencer and Lonnie Sommier are 6th and 7th. Which I guess, running the numbers in my head, makes them pretty close to even.
Yeah.
But still impressive.
And you get points for hard charger as well, so most positions gained
Yep.
from your original starting position number.
Yeah, you get 10 bonus points. That's based on where you were scheduled to start. If you
Yes.
have one of those starts where it gets called back and somebody drops out and the field gets reconfigured, does not matter. We go off the original starting order.
Vinny Lello's going to end up losing that nose piece of that machine here if he's not careful. This will be also the first opportunity of the night for the Owasso option. You see the, well, if you can't see it, there is a orange box on the front straightaway past the flag stand. Drivers will get to choose whether they want the high side or low side for the restarts. And it looks like we're choosing already. Garcia's taking the inside, Callahan top side. Still not used to Nick Johnston being in the 83, but he's going to take the inside. So no real...
If it makes you feel any better, Nick's not used to it either.
No big surprises as left or right of the choose cone. Now, if you run over that box, you go to the tail of the field, and Kyle Callahan's been bit by that many a time. He'll make sure he doesn't let that happen again here today, as the field gets the one to go signal. Now, they can't ramp it up until they get to the M&K Truck Center restart zone painted over in turn number 4.
Yeah, you see the 2 lines over there. The leader can fire any time in between those 2 lines. If he does not fire by the time they get to the line, the green's out. Have at it. At least if my understanding's correct. But I'm just the announcer.
I guess it's whatever you can get away with.
That's
Because they're always looking to get away with
yeah.
something.
Oh yeah. That's the racer's mantra. As the green flag's out, we are back underway. Nick Johnston immediately to the inside.
Yeah,
Lonnie Sommier down on the inside.
Boy, Garcia got thrown out. We're going to go 4 wide in turn 3 and 4. Nobody lifts. Baumgarten does.
I was going to say, there's no way that can go wrong.
Wow, they made it through as Callahan is your race leader. Johnston in second, but here comes Miller Jr. Spencer back there in 4th. Sommier in 5th. Squeezing that inside line between Johnston and Miller.
You know, you want to say that Nick Johnston's driving it like he stole it, but he actually has full permission to be using that car.
It's not rent to own.
That I don't know.
Boy, they're absolutely even for that second spot, but Callahan there continue to pace the field. He's already with a feature win. Caution is out.
The 07 of Craig Hill's facing the wrong way over in turn 4. That'll draw the caution. Made it up to 4 laps in the books. Not sure what precipitated that.
Was he the first caution?
No, Brent Voris
Was, okay.
got into him on that first one.
So you do get a mulligan if you cause a caution. You go to the tail. If you cause a second caution, you would then end up going to the pit area.
All right, so it looks like Hills will be assessed with the caution. He's going to move to the back of the field. Then at the front, it's going to be Callahan still, then the 9 of Miller, 83 of Johnston, 55 of Spencer, M15 of Sommier, J1 of Lakota,
is going to stay at the tail, so that moves Thompson up, yep. Shuffle a couple of cars there at the mid to back of the pack here with 4 laps complete.
Yeah, I was trying to make sense of that. What I was seeing on the screen and what I was seeing on the track weren't quite mathing. All right, we're going to be picking this time. Kyle Callahan picked up the win a couple weeks ago, Roger. That race went caution-free. He led every lap. And now he's got some pretty intense competition lined up behind him.
Yeah, and they got there in a hurry. That's the thing. Didn't even really get to have any time to be comfortable. So Callahan takes the inside, Miller on the high side, Johnston inside, Spencer high side, Samir inside, Lakota top side. No surprises there in the top 6. Field gets firmed up, and we'll give him the one to go as we might have a car off the pace here. Yep, the 98's going to come to a stop on the back straightaway. No, he's going to get it going. Looked like he was going to stop there, and now back underway. That car blowed up pretty bad last week.
Yeah, they've been fighting that car for a good chunk of the season, it seems like.
I was kind of hoping maybe the 98 was going to dive down to the infield, but he's going to try to make it to the pit area, and we're set to go green here. As they get to the M&K Truck Center restart zone, the green flag is out, and the action continues.
Well, Jim Miller Jr. on the outside, the number 9, inches ahead down the back straightaway. He's all the way on the flat of the track back there, and looks like he'll bring her down in front of Callahan to take the lead here on lap number 5.
So it takes.
Oh,
the wheel come off of someone's machine.
that was the M15, Alani Samir.
Oh, he's in the wall. Okay.
Yeah, he went headlong towards the wall. We're going to throw the caution here on this one. I saw him and the J1 looked like they got together. I don't know what happened beyond that.
Now these two have a little bit of a, if that was the case, you know, these two have a little bit of a history here. Is looking at one of the camera angles here.
All right, well, getting word from the scene that Lonnie Samir is okay.
Oh, that's good news.
So that's the most important news.
I wonder if the wheel broke first. He was well ahead of the, at least from that angle.
Yeah, well, it looks like there was a trail of fluid leading towards it too.
Yep. Because there was a big different distance between the J1 and the 15 when you already saw the 15 going around, and he was just about almost completely around before the.
Yeah, so race control reviewing things right now. And you can see over there sitting inside of turn 2 is the wheel off of that M15 machine.
It looks like it just broke right off the hub. Oh, well, there was definitely wow. The 66, Thompson drove right over that tire and went way up in the air, but there was definitely contact. But boy, that 66 of Thompson, all 4 wheels were off the ground as he jumped that tire that came off of Samir's machine.
All right, so it looks like the J1 and Jordan Lakota is going to be assessed with the caution for that one.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. But wow, what if we end up posting that replay, that's a heck of a ride for that 66 car.
Yeah, Brian Thompson probably has a couple of fillings loose right now. That was.
I mean, he ran over the tire. The tire was still rolling on the track, so it wasn't even laying on its side when he hit it.
No, he ramped right over it. Oh, and looks like Thompson actually, yeah, looks like he's going to be out of this one as well, as the Northside service truck has him hooked up. What a weird night.
Yeah,
This has just been a series of strange events.
So this will shuffle around some stuff. Miller's still going to be your leader. Callahan second. Spencer third. Johnston fourth. And that will move, wow, because this was fifth, sixth, and seventh that were all involved in the caution. That'll move Voris up all the way up to fifth.
Yeah, and Brent Voris, who was deemed the cause of our first caution, had to go all the way to the back. And so that's a pretty good recovery. Randy Moore in that 09 car that just picked up the hot dog race win, he'll be just out, well, he'll be, yeah, just outside of the top 5. Well, yeah, there's going to be some cleanup going on over there. It looked like a whole bunch of fluid laid down by the M15 as it went around.
Now, as far as Lakota is off the track as well.
Yeah, if he's able to get it repaired and rejoin the field, he will be able to. He would have had to have started at the back anyway.
So yeah, a lot of action here with just 5 laps of the scheduled 20 complete. Or 25 rather complete, leaving 20 to go. And we've taken out a number of our front runners.
And I just noticed we had a car stopped over in turn 4.
I think it's that 07 again.
Yeah, honestly, that could have been there for a while. There's been so much going on.
He has been there for a while. I think he's been sitting there since at least we were watching that replay. I'm sure Nate Rose sees that there's a car over there in the infield in turn 4. We just ran out of help. Well, we want to thank one of our marketing partners, Backroad Beauty Salon, where speed meets style. Our 2024 season proudly sponsored by Clio's very own Backroad Beauty Salon. Experience high-end sophistication without the snobbery. Forget the trade-off between value and trendiness at Backroad Beauty Salon. You can have both. Call Crystal and her team, 810-564-8311. That's 810-564-8311. or book your 5-star salon experience today at backroad.glossgenius.com. Unleash your inner style on and off the speedway with Backroad Beauty Salon, because why settle when you can have it all? And the 07 back underway.
All right, we got the M15 on the rollback, removed from the track. Track safety still working on cleanup over there in turn number 1.
Yeah, tough day to be in that infield all day. Luckily, the guy air conditioning in those trucks is awfully warm in those fire suits. They'll be busy tomorrow as well for our destruction show at race time 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, I don't know. Based on how tonight's gone so far, they might be less busy tomorrow.
Very true.
And
Touche.
You saw us attempt to launch a pure stock.
Yeah, right.
Tomorrow, we're going to attempt to launch a bus. I don't think it'll be an attempt. I think it'll be a success.
We decimated a box of hot dogs. Yeah, we had a heat race with no laps. It's been a day.
It has. This is second racetrack you've called a race at today.
Well, you know, I started and finished on the same day.
Yeah.
And you know what? The last time I did that was here and then over at Crystal.
Just flip-flopped?
Yeah, just flip-flopped. Filled in for Big Ed and then went over and did features at Crystal. I was just going to say, what is the date today? The 13th. It's the 13th today, so that makes all the sense in the world.
But it's a Saturday.
Well, in some places it's not.
I don't think that's how that works.
Like Middle Earth.
Anyway, we're picking this time. Your leader, Jim Miller Jr., gets first choice.
Oh. Callahan's going to go down the inside as well as Miller. So Spencer, fast qualifier, will be the first one to go top shelf, and he'll start outside front row with Miller.
Yeah, he says, don't mind if I do, and he heads to the top shelf, and he'll be restarting outside of the front row. 5 in, 20 to go.
So Callahan with an opportunity to pick up a lot of points here with Lakota and Thompson out of this. They're in the top 5. But Spencer, your leader heading into this evening, right there on the front row with Callahan. Or Spencer, rather.
You got Callahan on the mind. Happens to the best of us.
Johnston on the outside of row number 2. As your field now bunches up. See how many we can get in this time, as we've got 20 to go. I was going to say, Miller, we know Miller's good at restarts, so is his dad. And he's got himself a slight advantage, although Spencer able to keep a fender alongside Miller most of that lap.
So Spencer now falls in line behind Miller as the battle is on for third. 14 Callahan, 83 of Johnston. You know, I think at this point, Nick might not give back that 83 car. I think he's just going to say, this is mine now.
Well, anyone that's jumped behind the wheel of it knows they're going to get into a very competitive car. We've seen Goki do it time and time again. The only battle for position is that third spot. Callahan's going to hold on to it.
Yeah, right now the 9 of Jim Miller Jr. putting down some nice consistent laps, enough to maintain his lead. At this point, Roger, everyone is single file around the track.
Yeah, it looks like kind of pulled along by a string here. Some chances for some drivers to pick up top 10s. Jeremy Johnson is one of those old Jeff Parks almost. Got into the wall in the back straightaway. As your leader now coming into lap traffic, and then he will go a lap down. Spencer all by himself in second. Callahan with Johnston right on his tail, and then Boris back there in the 5th spot.
Yeah, right now that almost battle for third is, I think, the best battle on the track. Although we have a nice little one going there for 8th with Jeremy Johnson, Talon Deal, and Craig Hills. All battling for position.
Parks goes a lap down in the U2 machine where the streets have no name.
With or without you.
Miller's going to have his hands full here pretty quick because Deal, Johnson, and Hills are racing for position, and they've been side by side a lot of the time, and now Miller is creeping up on them. Oh, the 07 off the pace.
Yeah, I believe he got shown the black flag. I noticed his lap times coming up flagged a couple times for potentially breaking out of his qualifying bracket. So it looks like the 07 going to exit the speedway. And that worked out great for Miller as Jeremy Johnson gave him plenty of room. I don't think Jason Spencer really caught him at the most advantageous point of the track. He compromised his exit on turn 4 a little bit there. Coming down 9 laps to go now as Miller leads. Spencer second, Callahan third, then Johnston and Boris your top 5.
Moore in the 6th spot. And 7th is a success, Scott Garcia. And that would put 7th, I believe, would put 7th to Jeremy Johnson. And he's still in that battle with the 57, a deal. That's for 7th and 8th. They're a lap down. They keep going back and forth for that position. But a chance for maybe a career best finish in a feature for Jeremy Johnson.
Yeah, he's up there in the 8th spot right now trying to hold off that 57 machine.
Switch spots once again, so Deal now back up to 8th. Car off the pace, Callahan, car 14. Your third place car well off the pace.
Tough break for Callahan. He's up out of the groove. I think he's going to try to limp it home, but
he is not.
Yeah, caution flag out. Not under power on the front straightaway. Tough break for Callahan. Was a feature winner a couple weeks ago, and now just putting along the front straightaway.
Obviously, he shut her down. Kind of hoping maybe he was going to be able to turn that into the infield, but he may have thought he could have been dropping fluid. And Jeremy Johnson going to give him a shove here. Well, there you go. There's the team effort there. Jeremy Johnson's going to give him a shove to turn number 2. As that'll be the push races tomorrow.
It's a nice little preview of it, though. It'll be kind of like that, but a lot faster, a lot louder, and a lot less friendly.
Although Jeremy pushed him right past the pits.
Well, it's the thought that counts.
So that moves everybody from 3rd on back up a position. So Johnson will move up to 3rd. Voris to 4th. I think Moore will end up 5th. 6th, Voris. 7th, Deal. 8th, Johnson. 9th, Parks. And 10th, I believe, Deviney. See how close that was. I missed one. Oh, no, that's because Kyle had crossed the line. So, nope, I think I got it right. In front 2, Jim Miller Jr. and Jason Spencer. I believe Jason and his wife celebrating an anniversary, I do believe. I thought I saw something to that effect on Facebook.
Was it an anniversary or was it his wife's birthday?
Oh, it could be birthday.
Well, happy birthday and or anniversary, whichever
Happy special
whichever
day.
it was. Yeah. Yeah, happy special day.
So I understand we're going to go 5 laps or whichever flag ends it. Whichever flag happens, either the checkered or the caution flag or the checkered flag. They've picked Miller, Spencer will be your front row. And this will be the dash to the finish. Johnston and Moore is going to get the opportunity. He's going to get an opportunity now. He picked the top side. Now he's going to be outside row number 2. So Voris picked the inside line, moves him back to 5th, at least on the racing surface. As we get ready to settle it, a little dust up. Bare knuckler happening right now. Great restart.
Yeah, Jim Miller Jr. is just phenomenal at those restarts. And Nick Johnston will work to the inside of the 55 of Spencer. That moves him up into the 2nd position. And Randy Moore, his first race in the pure stock this year, in a car that I believe they just kind of pulled out of the weeds and chased off the raccoons that were inside of it. He runs up in the top 5.
Garcia leading that 2nd group of cars in the 6S as we come down to 3 to go. Miller's race to lose in car number 9. Johnston in 2nd. Spencer fading back in that 55.
Yeah, Nick Johnston just about the fastest car on the track right now. Maybe peaking just too little too late. As they head down the back straightaway for the penultimate time. Coming off of turn 4, white flag is out, 1 lap to go. All right, he heads down the back straightaway as the battle rages on for the 2nd spot. We'll see how that shakes out as we get back to the line off of turn 4. Checkered flag is out. Your winner of the George Harris Memorial is going to be Jim Miller Jr. Jason Spencer 2nd, Nick Johnston 3rd, Brent Voris 4th. Randy Moore going to complete your top 5. Well, he's had a lot of success this season. He's going to carry it forward and collect another pretty cool trophy as he picks up the honors in the George Harris Memorial. He heads slowly down that front straightaway. He'll park in Gross Construction Victory Lane. Your winner, Jim Miller Jr., and he'll get to speak with our very own Roger Williams.
So we got a nice George Harris Memorial trophy for the win. Also a $25 gift certificate from All Star Performance as Jim Miller Jr. climbs out of that car. And what did I say? Did I say senior? Did I say senior? Well, it's been I was dirt tracking yesterday, so I'm a little groggy. Jamie, come on over here, and we'll make sure we get you on the video here. As you said that she running a little warm today.
Yeah, last week you asked me if it was hot in the car, and it was like 170 degrees. Today it's a hot one.
And how hot are you right now?
Fat man hot.
Congratulations. Talk about those first 5 laps. You went from deep in the field all the way up to 4th, and then things kind of happened around you. Talk about those first 5 laps getting through traffic.
Me and my dad made the choice to free it up a little bit so I could try the outside, knowing I was going to come from deep. And it worked. We need to go a little more, but the car was hooked up. It was awesome.
Well, you get another one of those trophies from Top Speed Motorsports and Dan Bailey and the group there, and you get a nice trophy. I know you had the opportunity to race with George. Tell us what this winning this race means.
I mean, to win both memorials back-to-back is kind of unheard of. I'm kind of speechless. Only thing I can really do is thank all the fans for coming. Thank everybody that helps me week in and week out. Performance Auto, Top Speed Motorsports, Wall Built, Michigan Auto Corps, Corona Road Bar, Finish Line Seamless Gutters, Rikers Engine Service, Otis Transmission, Dort Transmission, and Angie's Realty.
All right, well, enjoy the victory and cool off. I'm sure you got some cold in the cooler somewhere. How about it for Jim Miller Jr., ladies and gentlemen, picking up the George Harris Memorial here today.
Well, upcoming next, Valley Truck Center Modified is going to be going 50 laps. Got a full field of cars out there. Well, not out there yet, but they'll be out there shortly.
And Chris, the winner of that event, will be drawing the 50-50 ticket here tonight. And then we'll also do our lucky number programs after the conclusion of that feature event as well.
Well, that was awfully fancy the way you did that, Roger. I heard you in my headset, and then all of a sudden you walk through the door.
I'm magical! I hope you don't hear me through the door now.
All right, as Roger and I have mentioned throughout the night, a lot of big racing events coming up here at the Speedway. Tomorrow, 3 o'clock, Destruction Overload number 3. We're going to jump a bus. Definitely something you are going to want to check out. It'll be the talk of the town, or at least the talk of here. So make sure to come check us out tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Then next Saturday night, right back here at the Speedway, we welcome back the Reveal the Hammer people for Owasso 500 Series race number 3, the Camp Owasso 100. Featuring the Outlaw Super Late Models, $10,000 going to the winner. $800 just to start the feature. We've had some pretty large fields of those high horsepower, high motor, high money cars. And I think it's going to be one that you want to check out. That's next Saturday night. And then the following Saturday, July 27th, we welcome the Midwest Modified Tour. Taking what we do on a weekly basis up a level, bringing in some invaders to try to take the money. And this will also be a nice little prelude for the Hot Shoe 100 coming up in August. That's a $10,024 to win modified event. Already 60 plus cars pre-registered for that one. So finishing up Victory Lane ceremonies, and then we'll get things underway.
Guess what, Chris? It's still warm and sticky out there.
Oh, see, I was actually thinking if I needed a jacket.
You might, yeah, about 63 days.
Well, you know, we have the air conditioning blasting. There's a, well, and I just got out of the jacuzzi.
The track jacuzzi?
Yeah.
Does that come with the job?
Did you not get the pass to the jacuzzi?
I did not get no, I did not get the health package for the country club and the gym.
Well, see, that's what happens. You opt in for golf. You don't get the hot tub.
Yeah. Well, I hear Modifieds firing up in the back. 20 scheduled to start this 50-lap main event, and here they come. Boy, you had seen the future, my friend, by telling us that Jordan Gatton was going to be on the front row with Dave McManus in car number 10, and that's exactly how they come out. John Gatton going to start inside row number 2 in car number 89. He's out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Nick Clemens out of Clio will be to his right in car 34. Nick Lakota in car 12 inside row number 3. Phil Masich in the 01 to his right. Jeremy Jaraneski from Vanderbilt in the 1J, and Tim Lahar out of Lansing in car number 20 make up row 4. In row 5 from Barbeau, Michigan, Josh Ware in the 7W, and there's your point leader Aaron Taylor out of Jackson in the double deuce. Austin Kreita in the 13 out of Romeo. We'll have Billy Luckhurst from Owasso's number 36 alongside. Row 7, Steve Rollins from Heartland in the 68, and from Hamilton, Indiana in the 12B, it's Tim Burkett. Damian Lytle in the 559 from Langsburg, and Littleton, Colorado's Jake Smith's 89S are back in row 8, row number 9. Dale Spencer in the 555 out of Ovid, and Stephen Pelkey, he was a heat race winner in car 62 from Durand. Nathan Jordan from LaGrange, Indiana in the number 9, and Randy Jaraneski in the 141. Those are our scheduled starters for 50 laps. I have 50 laps. I see 25 on the scoreboard, but that's from the Pure Stocks.
Yeah, that'll clear up once they get the race restarted.
So I started saying something, and then I was unsure of what I had said as we get set to go 50 laps.
All right, race fans, you can hear the music. Get up on your feet. Put those hands in the air. We're going to wave them off in style. 50 laps for the Valley Truck Center Modifieds. All right, Gatton and McManus will hold the point at the front of the field. All right, Chief Starter Nate Rowe gives them the 1-to-go signal. Safety car pulls off into the infield. We're going to be going green next time. First-time visitor on the inside, defending track champion on the outside. It's a dichotomy of experience. We'll see what happens as they roll off at turn 4. Green flag is out, and we're underway.
The Thunder moves from right to left as you watch him down the speedway, and we've got our leader, Jordan Gatton from Fort Wayne, leading them into 3 and 4. McManus trying to hold on to that second spot as they come out of turn number 4 to lead lap number 1.
Yeah, the Gatton family, significant success back down at the now defunct Bearfield Raceway down in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Ever since that track kind of closed up shop, they've been traveling around. Jordan also getting behind the wheel of a modified.
John Gatton now moves up to that second spot as that number 12 of Nick Lakota sneaking into the third spot. McManus just can't seem to get in line as Jaraneski now inside of him. That's a battle for fourth.
Yeah, McManus kind of getting hung out to dry on the outside.
Lakota now up to third. Had looked at a challenge at Jonathan Gatton, couldn't get it done. Now everyone seems to be single file, although you got to watch that 34. Nick Clemens getting those left sides in the concrete, especially in turn number 4, as now McManus able to step in line, but it's behind your point leader, the 22 of Aaron Taylor.
Yeah, McManus has been able to get in line, but unfortunately he's now behind the 8 ball and maybe getting challenged again. The 0-1 of Phil Masich now to the inside of McManus.
McManus can't keep that car on the inside line, Chris. He tried there in 4, and Masich just was able to get the bumper underneath there and forced the 10 to have to take the high side. Jaraneski up to 4th, following the 12 of Lakota through the field.
McManus continuing to drop, Roger. I don't know if he maybe has an issue or not, but seems to be struggling. Looks like he's going to be exiting the track. Meanwhile, up at the front of the field, it's the 2 Gattons, Jordan and Jonathan, leading the field, but Nick Lakota looking very sporty in that 12 car.
Very early in this event for Jordan Gatton as he continues to lead. He's got an 0.8 of a second advantage over Jonathan there, first and second. And he's still about a half lap. Actually, he's only got about a quarter lap from him to the back of the field. So it'll take a bit before they get into slower traffic. So maybe an opportunity for Gatton to enjoy some time at the front. Right now, no pressure.
Aaron Taylor works around the 12 of Lakota. That'll move him up into the 4th spot as Jeremy Jaraneski, the first track regular in that 1J, all over the back bumper, and John Gatton for second.
Jaraneski once again quietly making his way towards the front of the field. Maybe not a driver that I had in my top 5, and he sees a little bit of daylight on the inside. Boy, everyone getting squirrely. Masich out of shape in the 0-1 over in turn number 2, and that's going to draw our first caution of the day in this main event for the modifieds.
Yeah, Eaton Rapids, Michigan veteran Phil Masich, a former champion here at the Speedway in the super late model division.
Well, something happened over in turns 1 and 2 because everybody was taking evasive measures. They weren't all on the bottom. And not sure if the 0-1 was waving furiously and everyone was trying to get by him, or something else happened just out of the right side, just out of my peripheral vision. I just saw everyone getting a little squirrely. And it was the 0-1 that stepped out of line and comes to a stop there at turn number 2. So the Owasso Speedway safety crew will take a gander to see how they can help Phil.
Well, it's hard to tell from here. I believe the window net's down on the 0-1, which is the sign that the driver is going to be retiring from the event.
Well, it's been a hot one today, and you know, we're going to be eventually thinking about wintertime and heating your home. And well, you know, if you live in this area, Ovid, St. John, Owasso, families around here are relying on one name for all their heating and cooling needs. That's Appleby Oil and Propane. For over 44 years, Appleby Oil and Propane has been the trusted name in Ovid, St. John's, and Owasso, a family-owned gas business dedicated to serving your needs. When the temperatures plummet and the chill sets in, boy, that'd be great right now, right? Appleby Oil and Propane keeps your home warm and cozy with reliable heating oil delivery and expert propane services. That's not all. They're not just about the heating. No. They're your one-stop shop for all your fuel needs, whether it's propane, fuel oil, or gasoline. They've got you covered for agricultural, residential, and commercial purposes. At Appleby Oil and Propane, they pride themselves on quality service at affordable prices. Their family values shine through in everything they do, ensuring you receive the care and attention you deserve. So why wait? Experience the Appleby difference today. Visit them at applebyoil.com and learn more about their services and find a location near you.
Well, Masich rolls down the front straightaway. We have 11 in, 39 to go. Jordan Gatton is your leader in the number 88. Jonathan Gatton in the 89. Jeremy Jaraneski in the 1. Fast qualifier Aaron Taylor up to the 4th spot with Nick Lakota dropping back a couple spots there. He runs in 5th.
At the choose, both Gattons took the inside lane. First one to step out of the inside lane is going to be Jaraneski in car number 1, and Taylor will follow him in the 22. So the Gattons on the inside of 1 and 2, with Jaraneski outside front row and Taylor outside row 2.
Well, Roger, I'm going to risk the commentator's curse here. The 1J of Jeremy Jaraneski has been easily the most improved driver of 2024.
Easily.
They make the haul from way up north to be here every week, and he has been a top contender week in and week out. Has not been able to break into the victory lane yet. Comes into the night 3rd in the point standings, and he's in a pretty good spot right now outside of the front row. He's got all the cars that you may consider faster than him behind him. So a good strategic move by the 1J to get outside of row number 1, and could be a really good chance for him to maybe break into victory lane if he's able to get around the 88 of Jordan Gatton on the restart.
Well, he started inside row 4 at the initial start, and now he's outside row number 1. So let's see what these drivers have here for the next 39 laps. As they're stacked up, ready to go, they'll go to the M&K Truck Center restart zone in turn number 4.
Well, Jordan Gatton in the 88 gets a very good restart.
And Jeremy Jaraneski able to hold tight there on the outside of the other Gatton boy. He might get that second spot to himself, and he does. He's going to go right back to the top, trying to challenge your leader, Jordan Gatton.
I was going to say, Jaraneski could very easily fall in line right now behind the 88, still have the net gain on position. But he doesn't look to be content to do that. He's still challenging on the outside. Able to get to the quarter panel of the 88. Still not quite able to make a move, but he'll be alongside as we head off into turn number 3.
Wow, it's awfully tight racing at the front of this field. They're almost dead even. Had to look, .017. Jaraneski had the lead that time by. They're 3 wide behind him.
And don't look now, Roger. We talked about the fast cars getting to the front. There's Josh Ware, there's Tim Lahar. Both of those drivers sitting just outside of the top 5.
And Jaraneski says, yes, race amongst yourselves. I'm going to lead some laps here at Owasso Speedway. Taylor knocking on the back door of Jordan Gatton's car. He dives to the inside to take a peek for second.
And Jordan Gatton has been a very impressive defensive driver in the first part of this race. Looks like Aaron Taylor is going to try to get away, but Gatton not going to roll over and play dead. He's still trying to give fight to the 22, and that's going to help out the 1J to get as much of an advantage as possible before the 22 gets clear track.
Well, it just seems like clean air is the place to be, because anyone that's had the lead and has lost it has fallen back. But once you get that lead, you're able to pull away. Although Taylor making his bid to try to reel in Jaraneski as we get close to 20 laps complete. We got 18, make it 19 this time round.
Well, Roger, your top 4 pretty evenly spaced away from the rest of the field, but from 5th place, Nick Clemens on back. It's a hornet's nest. A lot of A-plus drivers all lined up right there in the back half of the top 10, all itching to get up there and contend for a win. But laps are ticking away. We just hit 20 in the books, 30 to go, and we're about 5 laps shy of halfway.
Everybody back to single file, bottom feeding around the speedway. Taylor inching closer to Jaraneski. Looking for a feature win, I believe, number 3 of the season for that 22. Looking to extend the point lead over Tim Lahar. 3rd place still Jordan Gatton, Nick Lakota, Nick Clemens, 4th and 5th.
Now, so far the last few laps, Roger, the 22 of Taylor has been faster than Jaraneski. But keep in mind, It's one thing to catch him, it's a whole other thing to try to pass him. And Jaraneski is fighting for his first victory of the year, and you know he's going to be fighting hard.
Yeah, right now at least, you know, Taylor can hit his marks. Yeah, once he has to get to the inside or the outside of your race leader, he's going to be playing outside his comfort zone as he's gotten into a rhythm here running by himself.
Still that battle for 5th spot, pretty hot and heavy right now. Nick Lakota actually falling back towards the 5th place runner. He runs in 4th as we reach the halfway point, 25 in, 25 to go. And Lakota actually gets a little bit out of shape there in 4th. That may allow the 34 Clemens to capitalize.
Well, it's about a straightaway advantage between 2nd and 3rd. The 2nd car being Aaron Taylor and Jordan Gatton being that 3rd place car. And we're probably about 4 or 5 laps away before we hit the tail end of the field, which would be the 9 of Nathan Jordan. As this playing field full of modifieds at this point in time. Anywhere you look, oh, we got thought maybe the 13 Lakota was having a problem, but he just stepped out of line, allowing Nick Clemens to take a look to the inside. This is a battle for the 4th spot.
Yeah, Clemens in attack mode right now, gets to the inside of the 12. He's to the door as they come off at turn 4, but Lakota, the better drive off the corner, he pulls down ahead.
I mean, given props to the 34 Clemens, he could easily put those left side tires on the concrete in that battle when he was getting squeezed down in the bottom groove. Decided he'd get more grip on the asphalt, and he just tucks in line. At least he was able to keep his position instead of maybe getting a little bit loose. Now they make a little contact as they came out of turn number 2.
We're going to hit 20 laps to go now. Jaraneski continues to lead over Taylor. Jaraneski actually growing his lead the last couple of laps, 8.3 the advantage, or 0.83 the advantage, as the rest of the field continues to try to sort itself out behind Nick Lakota in 4th.
Spin turn 2, spin in turn 2. Just happened to see that as Dale Spencer was slowing down to go to the pits, but looks like he's going to stay out there, but cannot see who that is over in turn number 2.
I believe it's the 68 of Steve Rollins facing the wrong way.
Another good run of green flag laps. We click off, 20 laps there. As I was just going to say, Jaraneski was going to, I really thought the advantage was to Taylor because Jaraneski would be the one that have to decide how to deal with that first lap car, where Taylor could just sit back and wait for that hole to open wherever Jaraneski was going to go and maybe gain that ground that he's kind of been sitting on between 1st and 2nd. But now that strategy all goes away.
Yeah, I'll be really interested to see how this all shakes out. You have to assume that whatever Jaraneski chooses on the restart, Taylor's going to take the opposite way. And then it's going to be a heads-up battle there with 19 laps to go.
But do you take that chance knowing that, I mean, really looking at the 88 at Jordan Gatton hasn't really had to come up off the bottom groove much. Neither has Lakota. Neither has Clemens. Do you risk going up to the top side and maybe losing ground to those drivers that may possibly take the inside? Although, you know, I'm wondering if some of these drivers hinting at where they might be choosing here early as they take these caution laps. But 19 laps to go, still a lot of race yet to happen. And looks like whoever that is over there, if it is Rollins, so we'll hopefully just shoved up into the pit area there. See the push vehicle behind him. And another point for Chris for being correct. You can take these points are not transferable to at home. Those points can only be used here at Owasso Speedway and not in any at-home competitions.
Well, that's fine. I pretty much live here anyway, so.
Well, eventually it'll be the Wheeler Phobie Motor Speedway.
You know, I don't think Rex would like me as a partner.
I think there should be a bronze statue erected in your honor.
Bronze? Maybe copper.
You'd rather be copper?
Well, until somebody steals it and tries to
take it over
take
to
it
the
for
salvage
scrap
yard.
value. Yeah.
You know somebody would take it.
Oh, absolutely.
Take it to Ovid Iron and Metal and try
But
to...
you know, I'd like to think I'm at least as special as a catalytic converter. All right, choosing this time, and as expected, Jaraneski and Taylor both taking opposite routes.
Yeah, no surprises. Everyone, for the most part, taking the opposite lane.
And now,
the car in front of them.
So Nick Lakota is going to be outside of row number 2. Nick Clemens has been trying with all of his might to get underneath that 12 car to try to get past Lakota. If that inside row does fire off a little bit better, this could be the opening Clemens has been looking for what, the last 15, 20 laps?
Yes.
To try to get past the 12 of Nick Lakota, who is running a tremendous defensive race.
Right, you wonder when the patience runs out.
All right, well, we will see what happens. 19 to go. It's Jaraneski and Taylor sitting on the front row. Green flag is back out. We're back underway.
Wow.
I don't think that restart's going to stand.
Nope, I see the lights are still a-flapping. Oh, and we got a spin there at the end.
I believe that's Tim Burkett in the 12. That was, I believe, unrelated to the caution.
No, yeah,
the cause
it was,
of the caution, which was the restart.
I think that was evasive when everyone started slowing down. So Taylor must have got too good of a start.
Or Jaraneski got too good. Somebody got too good
Well,
of a
I was
start.
gonna say the 22 was in front. Was in front by the time they got past that start-finish line.
Well, that answers
would be my
that.
guess. That would be my
That's
guess.
a point to you, Roger.
Hey, all right.
You're catching up.
Mine are only worth an eighth of an actual point, a Wasso point. I got to come up with a lot more to get a full Wasso point. Hey, we're going to try this again. What do you think?
I think that's a great idea.
Everyone's had their warning. Oh, the track just got an idea.
Several ideas, actually.
Jaraneski at Taylor, front row, M&K Truck Center restart zone. All right, much better restart that time. All right, well, we're wheel to wheel, Chris.
Taylor showing some muscle on that outside line, Roger. He has a pretty good advantage heading off into turn 3. Jaraneski slides up. They both go wide off of 4. Taylor leads at the line.
Taylor giving him plenty of room. Jaraneski looked like he slid up in the center of the corner once again, and that's going to lose him that top spot now. As Taylor taking it over. Gatton holding on to third, and he's got him all over that machine. Looked like Nick Clemens pushed him all the way down the front straightaway. That Gatton machine is Lakota now. Will move into the third spot.
Clemens was pretty much driving it for Gatton at that point, but Josh Ware will get around.
Jaraneski off the pace.
Well, he's able to gather it back up, but that allows the 22 of Taylor to jump out. And now Nick Lakota in the 12 taking a peek to the inside of the 1 of Jaraneski. Here comes the 7 of Josh Ware now to challenge to the outside of Lakota for third.
Boy, after a strong run, Jordan Gatton's dropping back in a hurry. It's like everybody laying back. And Gatton falling well outside the top 5 after spending most of it in the top 2. Waiting to see whatever went on with Jaraneski's machine. If it happens again to him, because he was just well off the pace out of 4 before suddenly it came back to life. Luckily, able to hold on to the lead with or the second spot rather with Lakota in third. And look who's coming in car number 7, Josh Ware.
Yeah, Ware right to the back bumper, the 12 of Lakota. But Lakota, again, perfectly placing that car, just parking the bus, making it near impossible to get by.
Well, Jaraneski seems to be back in his groove. He's pulling away from Lakota, but about a half straightaway, almost a 3/4 straightaway before he can see that leader. It's a 1.5 second advantage as we've got 10 laps remaining.
Josh Ware still trying to challenge that 12 car. That's pretty much one of the best battles on the track right now. Ware able to show him the nose off before, but can't capitalize. 62 as Stephen Pelkey moves past Jordan Gatton to move up into the top 10. Gatton now dropping out of your top 10 runners.
Well, Taylor's race to lose. He seems to be adding 1/10 of a second every lap over Jaraneski. Almost a 2-second advantage. Now Ware to the inside, maybe some contact. Oh, more contact on the back end of Ware. As boy, that got dicey back there, 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Yeah, definitely an accordion effect type moment there off of turn 2, as 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and 6th all kind of stacked up there for a moment.
We're going to see if Clemens, or rather Ware, yeah, he shows that inside line on the exit. I think that's where Ware is getting the idea that maybe he wants to get the nose underneath there, but just can't get enough of that car down there to get a run off the corner.
Yeah, we're coming to 5 laps to go here with Taylor leading. Oh, Ware got right there on the 12 of Lakota. Almost got him up out of the groove, but man, that 12 car just has so much drive off the corner. So the 7 catches him on corner entry, gets to the bumper, gets the nose underneath, but then on the exit of the corner, Lakota just drives away.
3.5. Ware's going to try it again to the inside. Boy, he seems to have, he just has no place to put that drive. Again, well, he's going to give more of that inside line. Lakota opens up the inside line. Ware, nothing to do with it.
Yeah, Ware is chipping away at it. It looks like he gets a little bit closer each lap. But as we come back to the line, Aaron Taylor coming to 2 to go. 2 to go for Aaron Taylor. Almost a 2-second advantage for the double deuce as he heads down the back straightaway for the second to last time. This time by off of turn 4. He's going to see the white flag. 1 lap to go. Josh Ware once again makes a challenge for 3rd. Not going to happen that time around. Aaron Taylor into turn 3 for the final time. Coming off of turn 4. Checkered flag is out. Your winner is going to be Aaron Taylor. Jeremy Jaraneski a season high 2nd. Nick Lakota 3rd. Josh Ware 4th. Nick Clemens will complete your top 5. Further back through the field, Tim Lahar comes home in 6th. Jonathan Gatton 7th. Billy Luckhurst 8th. Damian Lytle 9th. And Stephen Pelkey in 10th. This will be his 3rd feature win of the season out here at the Owasso Speedway. He'll head down to Gross Construction Victory Lane, and he'll get to have a word with our very own Roger Williams. Give it up for your winner, Aaron Taylor.
So Aaron Taylor comes from the 10th starting position and able to make good on that final restart to take the lead from Jaraneski and cruise to victory with over a 2-second advantage on this field. Picking up another checkered flag, another Top Speed Motorsports checkered flag. TSM Graphics as he takes a deep breath as he climbs out of the car. How about it for Aaron Taylor, ladies and gentlemen? Here, Aaron, so we can make sure we get you on the video. First of all, I got a $25 gift certificate from the Marie Smith Bike Night and All-Star Performance to give to you. That gets the catalog there as well to pick out what you might need. But hot one in the car tonight, boy.
Oh my gosh, super hot. Can't thank these fans enough for sticking it out in the heat with us. We appreciate you guys.
We were kind of surprised that you decided to take that outside for the front row there for that last restart, but obviously it paid off. Was there something a little bit on that top side here tonight?
Yeah, I think so tonight. I think that's where we got the most cars, thankfully. I'd never pass up a chance to be on the front row, and Jeremy's a clean guy, and I can't thank him enough for racing me clean, and it was fun going to the front.
You're going to extend that point lead, which I'm sure is very important to you as the car spits up a little bit there. Why don't you thank everybody who's making this such a successful season for you?
Yeah, I got to thank my beautiful wife and 2 babies. I couldn't do it without them. My dad busts his ass. My mom helps out. Butch for letting me drive his car, and Uncle Tim, he busts his ass on this thing too, so I can't do it without him. Wilby Concrete and Taylor Concrete got us here today.
Well, go cool off. Enjoy your victory.
Thank you.
How about one more time, Aaron Taylor, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the win here in your modified division. Oh, Aaron, I got one more thing to do for you here. You're going to make somebody else very happy. How much is our 50-50 today? $890. As Aaron gets congratulated by Rex here. We got one more thing for you to do. I forgot. You're going to make somebody happy by drawing this 50-50 ticket number worth $890. He's going to the bottom of the bucket. And here's your ticket number. If we call this, if this is your ticket, you'll meet the Michigan Women's 600 Club out by the souvenir stand to claim your cash. The winning ticket number, 4543. Oh, she's out. 56. 454356. You got $890 coming your way from 50-50 tonight, and thank you.
Thank you.
And get your lucky number programs out. We'll give those items away as well. I know. I need something. I need a toupee sponsorship. All right, we got some goodies. Oh, all right. Well, we got some goodies from our lucky number programs. Oh, a lot of them in the bucket here today. Those souvenir programs pretty sharp this year. A little more in depth. Some of the profiles of the champions from the last season. And the point standings, all the champions. First one, let's do this $25 gift card from it's Burton Corners, I believe it is, from ExxonMobil Burton Corners. It's $25 gift card. And it's lucky number program 397. If we call your number, come on down to the souvenir stand to claim your prize. I've got an All-Star Performance shirt, 0385. I got a Owasso Nationals shirt, an Owasso Nationals shirt, 388. Got an All-Star Performance hat, to 391. A Chase Elliott Napa Racing hat to Lucky Program, 349. And I've got a big All-Star banner to hang in your garage or your bedroom or wherever you want. Your wife will let you hang it, or your husband. To lucky number 899 for the banner. So if you heard your program number called, come on down here to the souvenir stand and claim your prize. If you're not sure, I'm sure the very helpful and smiley staff will take care of you and check to see if you have a winning number. So I'm guessing, well, I got to check to see if Chris is still here because he might have won 50-50, and if he did, he probably left me. Uh-oh. I don't hear him.
Oh, sorry, Roger. I was counting my money.
Oh, son of a gun. Hey, we keep the bills. We'll give you the loose change. I'm stealing that from Mark Cowan. Yeah, I wish I could say it was a little bit cooler out here, Chris, but this is not good fat guy weather. 2 more features to go. We got an A and a B left to go here for the Sport Compacts. Oh, we got a street stock feature as well. Jeez, I forgot about the street stocks.
How dare you?
I know. How rude of me. How could I dare forget about the street stocks? Oh, it's nice that your wife and son came here after spending the whole day in the pool while you were working.
Yeah, I'm sure they had a great time.
And Sam's girlfriend's here too. Yeah, gosh, I can't believe I forgot street stocks. Because they're the ones coming up next. And here come your street stocks. Let's see who shows up for this, because the heat race was a little bit clustery. So we got Dusty Link looks to be on the pole in the 26. Tom Stone outside that front row. We've got Aaron Newman in the 67. Jim Miller Sr. in the K9. Johnny Hayden, 64. Lake Rowe did make it out in the 0. He was scheduled to start in the front. Daniel Folk in the 1, 2, 3. And Larry Seeley in the 42. I'm sure Tim Lahar having to switch cars after just running the modified event.
Yeah, hearing that he might be on his way.
So we lost a bunch of them today. Jerry Ballard lost a motor. Chaz Taylor, I don't know what happened to Chaz. He was out earlier. Jason Robinson, he blowed up. Who else blowed up?
I think it'd be easier to point out who's left in this race.
We had 12 that checked in.
We're less
9.
4 cars.
Lahar will join up here. 2, 4, 6, 8,
oh,
9
that gives
cars.
us 9.
So minus 3. So we're missing Chaz Taylor, Jason Robinson, and the Jerry Ballard machine.
Yeah, some of those I expected. Did not expect Chaz Taylor to not answer the call, but nonetheless, we'll go with what we have.
Maybe he forgot about the street stocks too, like I did. Ladies and gentlemen, we get set to blister this track with Gross Construction street stocks. How about it? We get on our feet, we wave to your favorite street stock drivers. They're few, but they're mighty. How about we give them some support as they come on by parade lap for their 25-lap main events. So Stone and Link will bring us to the green flag here in their main event. To the M&K Truck Center restart zone. There's the flag and there's the go.
Well, I thought Tom Stone was going to make it a little more decided into turn 1, but still gets clear heading off into turn number 3. The former track champion in that 10-car leads lap number 1.
The car to watch is that 9 of Jim Miller Sr. Of course, the number 20 of Tim LaHar as well. Those two have been duking it out all season long. And when I mean duking it out, I mean almost duking it out. As look out, little contact there between Dusty Link having a really good run here in the early going, battling with Jim Miller Sr., although they really pinched that inside line, and Link there had the left sides on the concrete, slid him up a little bit, and he's going to lose a couple of spots as the 67 of Aaron Newman makes his way up to third. LaHar, the only car on the top side at this time, as he gets the tuck in line, but he's trying to pick them off one by one. He looks top side, and Newman's 67 here on Shark Week. Boy, Dusty Link again walks up the track in turn 4. He and Hayden might have made a little contact. Jim Miller Sr. stalking the back end of Stone. Now he'll look to the inside of Stone. And he could be passing a Stone. No, not this time. Boy, Stone got out of the corner very well, but it was Miller that had a problem in the center of the corner.
Oh, the back end of that 10 car goes skating up the track. That's going to open the door for Miller. Oh, Stone dive bomb to the inside there.
Well, that looked like UMP late models coming out of turn 4. The way Stone had that thing sideways coming out of the corner. LaHar trying to find a way around Newman. He's having a heck of a time. He's gone top side and inside, and he knows once that K9 gets out front, things get a little more difficult as far as trying to get a win in this street stock division. Everything's settling down now, 17 laps to go, so still a lot of race to happen. Miller, Stone, Newman, LaHar, Hayden, that's your top 5. We are going to lose Rowe in the 0. He will pull to the pits. Closest battle on the track is for the third spot with Newman's at 67 and the 20 of LaHar. LaHar goes topside, now he goes inside, but cannot pull alongside the 67 machine.
Yeah, LaHar doing everything he can to try to get around that 67. But unfortunately, laps continuing to click away.
You can see him really turn that wheel to the inside to try to get underneath. Yeah, Newman there as they almost touch going into turn number 1.
Once again, LaHar closes up on the back bumper. Still not able to make anything happen, though.
That time he took a little bit different approach to the exit of turn 4. He took it much wider and hoping to have some momentum by the time he got to turn 1. Now he's going to try up top. Oh, with no grip up top there for the 20 machine. In the gray, no way. Stone's actually reeled in your leader some. Jim Miller Sr. had pulled away, and Stone starting to chip away at it. Just under a half second, and boy, look at Stone just about there. Boy, he is fast in the corners. Look at that, center of the corner. Boy, Stone can really get to the back bumper of the 9 of Miller Sr. Watch this, he's gonna take a look to the bottom. Gets right to the bumper, can't do anything with it.
Yeah, he gets to the back bumper, but just can't seem to get enough momentum to get underneath Miller.
Yeah, if he's waiting for Miller to make a mistake, the percentage of that happening is very low.
Oh,
that'll give him a mistake. Yeah.
That's one way to do it, I guess.
Oh, drama starting to pick up here with 7 to go. We're going to lose Daniel Falk. The Indiana driver pulling out early. Gonna hit him in the
There goes another one.
Well, Jim Miller Sr.'s car is going to be a few inches thinner, or shorter, by the time this one's done.
Coming down to 5 to go.
And that battle, by the way, for third is all Newman. He's well ahead of Lahar for that third position. Is all eyes set on the lead duo, Jim Miller Sr. and Tom Stone. With 4 laps to go, this is going to come right down to the checkered flag, folks. You know Stone is hungry to get to victory lane. We know he can get to the back bumper of the K9. Will he use it? Miller, good drive off at 2, pulls away about a car length and a half, make it 2 car lengths as they head into 3 and 4. Stone slings it, but Kenny brings it. Again, yeah, probably about 2.5 car lengths separating the two as they're going to come by for the white flag.
All right, as the white flag flies, Stone not in contact with the 9 as they head off into turn 1 for the last time. Down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3. Stone's going to have one last shot at it. Can't make contact. Your winner once again is going to be Jim Miller Sr. Tom Stone second, Aaron Newman third, Tim Lahar fourth, and Johnny Hayden will complete your top 5. All right, well, this will be win number 4 on his 2024 campaign as he comes around to victory lane, Gross Construction victory lane. He'll get a word with Roger Williams. That's Jim Miller Sr., your feature winner.
Well, it's definitely Miller time in victory lane here tonight at Owasso Speedway. Now it's Miller Sr.'s turn as he climbs out of that car. Big win for him as he's going to pick up a few points in that season-long points battle. We'll give him a $25 gift certificate from All-Star Performance. And, of course, another checker flag from Top Speed Motorsports and TSM Graphics. Well, could you tell somebody was behind you in those last few laps?
Yeah, I was keeping work there.
Well, great run, man. That was a long time. I don't think we had a caution in that event, and obviously, little camaraderie there. But it's a heck of a run to the front. Unfortunately, it didn't have a big field of cars here, but man, this thing is fast and it held to the bottom.
Yeah, she was pretty fast tonight. Got a new motor in it, and to do this, I don't do it by myself or my son. Ricky Bryant come over and helped me put my motor together. Cal ground or balanced a job for me one night. Modex crankshaft made me a crank. Riker's engine made me an engine, 2 of them, and I broke the first one. But it's not definitely a one-person deal. It's a group of people helping you out to do this. I definitely can't do it by myself.
Well, congratulations to you, man. You're racking them up this year.
Yeah, thank you.
Here you go. How about one more time, Jim Miller Sr. picking up your win in the street stock division here tonight. Sounds like that might be the pit area to be in after tonight's races. Hi, how are you?
Hi, are you?
What's your name?
I'm Carson.
Oh, Kyson, how are you?
Hi, I'm 5.
Is it fun here in Victory Lane?
Yeah.
Well, enjoy this, all right? You want to get a race car?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you going to race?
Up here.
Oh, okay. You're going to race up here, whatever you get. All right. Got a young lady looking for a ride for next season.
All right, Sport Compact B feature coming up next. All right, 15 laps will be the distance here. I believe our lineup will be flip-flopped a little bit based on some action we had in our heat races earlier today.
So, oh yeah, we'll wait and see what comes out for this Sport Compact, the Floyd Crane Rental Sport Compacts.
Yeah, we had 13 scheduled. I feel like we'll have less than that by the time they get to the track. Just a guesstimate.
Just getting the vapors on that. So we'll wait to see what comes out as Jimmy Miller Sr. climbs into his ride. I think that one went caution-free, didn't it? Yeah, we did.
Don't acknowledge it.
Good job, Street Stocks. Wait, I don't know what you were talking about, sir. I'm just here for the track coney. We'll be back here tomorrow. Race time 3 o'clock as we're going to tear some stuff up. Jump a bus, you know.
Just normal Sunday things.
Just, you know, things you do on a Sunday. I was thinking, you know, the big saying back in the late 70s when the saying was jumping the shark, which usually meant
Fonzie jumped the shark.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And that because they ran out of ideas. And that's not going to be the case tomorrow, but it's a great way to end Shark Week by
Maybe we could paint a shark on whatever the bus is jumping.
Maddie's on payroll. Maddie Wheeler's on payroll. She's got time to paint
Or what
shark.
if we paint a shark on the bus?
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't mean paint the shark on Maddie. No, I meant Maddie could paint the shark on the bus. Yes,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
So we would be.
So the shark would be jumping.
We would be
the bus.
jumping the shark.
Jumping a shark.
Yes.
I like that. Yeah, Maddie, get to work on that, would you? We expect it ready by 2 tomorrow. We'll have bus rides before the races, I do believe.
Yeah, so have it ready by 1:30.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, bus rides tomorrow, 1:45 to 2:45.
Opening ceremonies at 3. We'll have the push push race, pull race, flagpole race. We'll
Nope,
have the bus.
no flagpole race this time.
Okay. We got the bus race.
We got a lot of stuff.
We got figure 8. We got a trailer race.
Not just a trailer race, a camper race.
Oh, camper race, yes. Drivers will be pulling campers, and the goal is to knock the camper off of the other car through the figure 8. That's how a true one. I mean, we already had the hot dog demolition derby. That was today. I really didn't expect you to get the Fonzie jumping the shark thing, but then, you know, as I think about it, you do have an unusual grasp of pop culture knowledge from well beyond your years of life.
Well, Roger, that's what happens when you're raised by the television. I think turn 2 fell asleep.
I think so, too.
I think.
Well, I see the flashing lights on the pace vehicle. Apparently somebody stuck in line. Here they come. Here comes the pace vehicle. Oh, and here come the little ducklings behind. Oh, I probably shouldn't say that because the class will get mad at me. It just looked like Mama Duck, and then all the little chicks come out. So, we see Jeremy Kelly in the 26, Gabe Rusnell in the 24. That's your front row. Then it's Baker, Chad Baker in the T16 inside row number 2. Dagan Clayton in the 95. Zane Cruz in the 7. The 12 of Don Burton. Josh Shiver in the 7X. Kolb in the 89. Keith Rivers the 3rd. There he is in the other 95. Oakley in the 04. Braden Loop making the call. Wasn't able to make his heat race earlier on.
Braden celebrating a birthday.
How about
coming
that?
Up.
I thought maybe he was celebrating it during his heat race.
No, that would explain why he wasn't there.
Well, this is the B main. These are the drivers that weren't able to make it in on time. 33 drivers came. Top 20 qualifiers made it to the A, but this is a pretty good B main, folks, with some good competition here. So they're just, what, tenths of a second, quarter of a second off from being in that A main. So how about we give them a little support, a little cheer for the show they're going to put on for the next 15 laps here in this B main for your Flory Crane Reynolds Sport Compacts.
All right, safety car exits the track on the back straightaway. It's going to be Jeremy Kelly and Gabe Rusnell leading the field down into turn number 3. Nate Rowe ready with the green flag. Off at turn 4, and we are underway.
Baker jumps right out of line. We're going to go 3 wide at the stripe. Make it 4 wide, almost there as the 95 of Clayton tried to get through there. Backed off, allows Rusnell to take the lead. Baker in 2nd, Kelly in 3rd for now.
Well, Rusnell is going to lead the opening lap.
Oh, and a spin. Tyler Oakley goes around in turn number 4 all by himself. That was a quick turnabout.
Well, they do say turnabout is fair play. I don't know if that's actually relevant, but
no. It just the way it snapped around there for a front-wheel drive, I thought maybe something had broke, but back underway. It looked more reminiscent of a rear-wheel drive car, just losing grip in the back wheels, the way it snapped around as quick as it did, with 1 lap complete. Rusnell was credited with the lead the last time by, believe.
That appears to be correct.
Baker in second.
Look at you, Roger. You got another one right. That's 2 in a row.
Huh.
Got a streak going.
Hooked on Phonics works for me. Time to pick 'em. The Owasso option time. Let's see what happens here. I would imagine Rusnell will take the inside line. Now here's the group that maybe is a little less experienced on doing the choose line, especially if you're a new driver here. But it looks like everybody doing what they're supposed to. Oakley's going to be the only one that drives right over it. So Baker will go to the top side, front row, above Rusnell's 24. Kelly inside row 2, Clayton on the outside. Don Burton inside row 3, Cruz on the outside. Then Shiver and Rivers.
Is that Old Man Rivers?
No, I was thinking Johnny Rivers.
Oh, you got me on that one.
Aha!
Rivers Cuomo?
Now they got me on that one.
Hey. Pew pew. All right, 1 in, 14 to go. Gabe Rusnell leads them to the M&K Truck Center restart zone. Green's up.
Baker got a good jump there. He's going to lead him out of turn number 2 this time. Rusnell in second. Clayton in third. Kelly falls back to fourth. Here comes Cruz in car 7.
Well, Roger, I really thought the Dagan Clayton 95 was the superior Lightning McQueen paint job. However, Keith Rivers' car has eyebrows.
Yes, and lit up eyebrows. Kelly's going to get a good run there. Oh,
Elizabeth Cole starts to go around. Looks like she'll right the ship. And she'll rejoin on the back straightaway. We'll stay green. That's how it's done.
Jeremy Kelly trying to fight back to the front of the field. He's now moved into the second spot, got around Clayton, with Clayton down to the inside to try it again. Rusnell going to stay up top as well. Boy, hold on, 24, way upstairs, almost in the penthouse.
And Kelly able to continue on with the program tonight, even after getting mixed up in that last caution in the heat race with no laps.
Baker goes by Loop. Oh boy, how are they going to handle this lap traffic? Oh boy, that was putting a squeeze on there.
Well, to answer your question, Roger, not great.
Oh, now we got him contact. Kelly sideways, hold on. Whoa.
Oof.
At number 12, Don Burton, boy, used all his brakes up, trying not to hit that 43 in the or the 26 in the driver's door. As they were wrestling for position.
All right, well, our team reviewing the incident.
Yeah, Clayton it was 3 cars battling there for position. They had just gotten around the lap car. You had Shiver in there, you had Jeremy Kelly, of course, and then Dagan Clayton. All a part of the story here. Baker, the only part of the story he was well ahead of the field.
Yeah, worked out pretty well for him.
He'll have to, unfortunately, the rest of the field will get to go right to his back bumper here as the defending seat champion.
Well, it sounds like the 26 of Kelly will be assessed with the caution.
Oh, he'll go to the tail of the field then. So Clayton second, Rusnell third, Shiver fourth.
And we're going to choose this time.
Choosy mothers choose Jeff. Or they're just choose you.
If you listen closely, you can hear right when his heart breaks.
still gets the one to go.
We have 5 in, 10 to go.
Oh, Crew's going to make his way back out in car 7. He'll tag to the tail.
Still on the lead lap, keep in mind.
I will save that for later. Put a pin in it. If you're getting a little antsy to get rolling, green flag, there it is. By multiple flag people.
I feel like I'm seeing triplicate. Which is at least...
Oh, second place car, sideways gathers it up. Every caution is out. Sounds like we're having a lot of fun in this B-Main.
Well, these sport compacts have just been snake bit today, Roger. It seems like they can't just shake it off and get rolling. It's been problem after problem tonight.
Yeah, more problems in a math book.
Would you say at least 99 problems?
So far, I ain't one.
That's good.
Baker will get another opportunity at it here.
That's what's important, is opportunity.
Clayton gets the spot back. I believe it was the 24. Then Rusnell must have been considered the caution vehicle. And that car is off the track, waiting to see whether or not he's going to attempt to change that tire. If so, he'll get 3 laps to do so once he gets to his pit.
I believe Rusnell tapped out.
Oh,
so Rusnell did take responsibility for the incident. We're choosing this time.
And then that way, if there is a 3-lap wait, at least we'll have the lineup set. But so they'll get the one to go this time, it sounds like. But if you look down right in front of us, I see 3 to go. 3 1-laps to go. It's the Junior Flagman program, flag person program.
Well,
you can buy a set of flags right down there at souvenir stand. Chris,
you gotta build the future.
They don't have the announcer kit down there.
Well, no, anyone can do that.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Been saying that all along.
All right, green flags are back out.
We're going to have a battle of those 95s again. Baker leads. Clayton in second. Rivers third. Shiver back up to fourth.
Clayton, the one with the more movie-accurate paint scheme. Rivers, the one with the eyebrows.
Baker with a sizable advantage.
Well, next time by, we'll be past the halfway point. 8 in, 7 to go. And right now, everybody in a nice little processional drive.
Kelly has opted to take his car to the pits. Hold making a run here, battling with Josh Shiver. That's for 4th spot.
Yeah, that 89 car struggled most of the day.
Yeah.
Seems like they may have found another gear.
D.
For dance?
No, drive.
Oh. Well, Cole did break out in her heat race, got sent to the back of the lineup for this race.
Going to see her getting comfortable with that car.
Coming to 5 laps to go here, or we're at 5 laps to go, I should say, as Baker continues to lead a 2.5-second advantage over Lightning McQueen's.
If something's going to happen, it's going to be back here for the 5th spot. Shiver, Burton, and Cruz been swapping positions about every lap. That time Burton takes over the 5th spot from Shiver. 3 to go for Chad Baker.
And Elizabeth Kolb still trying to run down the 2 Lightning McQueen cars in front of her. The first one she'll see is Keith Rivers.
Yeah, wow, good for her.
She might make it happen too. Oh, never mind, lost it there in
Got
turn
real
2.
Got real confident in that corner.
All right, white flag is out, 1 lap to go.
Baker's about got this one wrapped up. All he needs to do is put a bow on it. It's a battle of the 7s going on here at the tail end of the field.
Well, while all that's going on, off of turn 4, checkered flag is out. Your winner is going to be Chad Baker. Dagan Clayton second, Keith Rivers third, Elizabeth Kolb fourth, and Don Burton will complete the top 5.
Well, Kolb's going to be very happy with that run there, showing a lot of strength and some good poise, keeping that car in that higher line. But the B main goes to Chad Baker. So the Knickerbocker Brick Blocker T16 with the B main victory. So again, this is a B main, so well, it's not an A main, but still it's a main event nonetheless. The consolation feature, the B main. Chad Baker, who was your C-Class champion, picks up the B main. Hopefully we can get him in that A main here before too long.
I was going to say, he was pretty close.
Yeah, he was right there. Just missed out on it. But he'll get a nice size check here for his efforts here in this consolation B main.
Well, it'll be like standard check size.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Like not one of the big.
Not one of those rubbery ones.
Yeah, no.
He's out of the car, folks. How about it? Chad Baker with your B main win here tonight.
Well, Roger, we got 1 race left tonight.
What?
But we have a whole bunch of races for tomorrow.
Oh.
Tomorrow's
Now you're making me feel better.
Destruction Overload will consist of chain race, push race, an oval enduro, a figure 8 enduro, a school bus figure 8, the second place race, the camper race, and the double stackers.
Double stacker.
Which is not just a sandwich at Burger King for a limited time only, but it is also a race where we stack a Ford Focus on top of a Ford Flex. The person in the Flex on top has the steering. The person in the wait, I got that backwards. The Focus has the steering. The Flex has the brake and the gas pedal. They have to work in tandem, and it's pretty wild stuff. And we're going to be doing that wild stuff right back here tomorrow, 3 p.m. start time. So you're going to want to come check it out. All right, here comes the A feature.
Drew Hosner. He gets a start on the pole for this one. Out of Kalamazoo, Keith Hazel. In car number 20 will be alongside road 2 inside. Dan Hassard from Saginaw in the 6X and Bryson Hosner in the 29. Jason Harrington, he picked up the heat race win earlier on today in the 1J. Herb Freeman in the F1. That makes up row 3. Row 4, Nick Murdoch, your defending champion in the 79. And Chris Heinzelman out of Fort Wayne, Indiana in car 56. Row number 5, it's Leroy Whitaker's number 23 and Corbin Kelly, car 54. Kyle Heinzelman in the 57 and Damian Waters, number 1, make up row number 6. Row 7, Mike Westfall's 56W from Fowlerville and from New Lothrop, the 86 of Oliver Kukar. Connor Hogue on the 18C from Lansing. Caden Comer from Howell in the 33 are in row 8. Row 9, Owen Natzel in the 14. Ira Hosner in the I-1 from Kalamazoo. Owasso's Josh Harmon in the 17 and Kenny Troughton in car 70 should be at that back final row here tonight. 20 laps to distance, final feature event of the evening.
All right, race fans, give these front-wheel drive warriors a wave as they come around. Our final event of the evening.
We'll give them one more chance to do that, Chris. Some of them were a little lax in their waving.
Well, luckily now turn 4 all the way down has a chance. I guess that's more turn 3. Anyway, wave again for them.
How about it for those Sport Compact drivers as they get ready to go 20? Make some noise, wave your hands. It's the last time we ask you here tonight. So a little bit of a change here on the front row. It looks like Hassard's actually on that front row now, with Keith Hazel on the outside as we are set to go racing. Sport Compacts, Flury Crane Rental A-Main is underway. Hassard trying to pull away. Murdoch working the inside as well. Up into that battle for 3rd and 4th. Here they come, lap number 1.
Hassard leads the opening circuit as Jason Harrington tries to work around the outside, but now he has his hands full with 79 and Nicholas Murdoch.
Top 3 under a blanket. Hassard still at the point. Harrington going to go to the top side now. Here we go. Challenge for the lead. Murdoch watching that battle in front of him. Side by side for the lead. Bryson Hosner back there in the 4th spot.
Drew Hosner in the T1 calls it a night over in turn number 2 as Jason Harrington now takes over the lead on lap number 3.
Your point leader, Damian Waters, already up to 5th now in the 1 car as Murdoch takes over 2nd. Hassard falls back to 3rd. Bryson Hosner 4th, and then it's the team cars of Freeman and Waters.
Waters going to now try the outside of his teammate, tries and succeeds. Not happy with that. He'll continue on, moves to the outside of the 29 of Bryson Hosner. That is for the 4th position, as up at the front of the field, Nicholas Murdoch now going to test the waters on the outside of Jason Harrington for the lead. Not able to make a run that time, but gets a whole big head of steam. Going down the back straightaway, pulls even with Harrington into turn 3, but can't do anything with it off of 4.
It's a good old-fashioned slap fight up front. Oh, we're missing this, the hair pulling. As Harrington able to hold off Murdoch for now, but Murdoch with the run on the top side. They'll drag race into turn number 3. Harrington slight advantage. Did he push it too far? No, he's holding on to the bottom groove. Murdoch stays with him.
At the line, Murdoch takes over the lead. by about a fender over Harrington, but Harrington not giving up on that bottom line. And this is also allowing Damian Waters in the 1 car to begin to close the gap on your top 2.
Oh, little wiggle there by Harrington in that second place. Concedes that lead over to Murdoch now. Look at the battle going on for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Hassard, Hosner, Heintzelman, and Herb Freeman in that battle back there trying to climb into the top 5. They're thinking about going 3 wide, almost 4 wide.
Well, luckily they thought better of it as Hosner continues to be the Pied Piper of that pack.
And Corbin Kelly's caught that field as well as Whitaker. So that battle for 5th just got a few more attendees.
It's a 6-car battle for 5th spot right now, Roger.
Oh my goodness. Bryson Hosner holding on the 4th to the inside. The 57 of Kyle Heintzelman. Heintzelman got to the inside of Bryson Hosner. Can't get it done. He tucks in the line behind him. Corbin Kelly, Hassard, Freeman, and the other Heintzelman car in there as well, Chris Heintzelman.
Well, Roger, it looks like your leader might be... Well, forget what I was saying, Roger.
All right.
Because I already did.
Okay. Look at this, back in turn number 3. You got the Heintzelmans, you got Corbin Kelly, you got Bryson Hosner. Corbin Kelly, the one all upset because he doesn't have an H to begin his last name, and he wants that 5th spot. There are 4 cars under a blanket for that position. Heintzelman's going to take it. Hosner will fall back. Chris Heintzelman in the 6th spot. Corbin Kelly 7th. Oh, contact in turn number 3. Hogue and Westfall make contact, and Westfall's going to lock her down and stall it out. And that will bring out a caution as we were just about 6 laps remaining as Westfall hit the binders and came to a complete stop. And he and the 18 made some pretty heavy contact. Connor Hogue was the car inside the 57 of Westfall.
Well, I believe the 18 of Hogue is going to be assessed with the caution. Oh, they're verifying the 18. I should really stop talking before I hear the whole sentence.
We always say what we say is unofficial until we officially take a look at it, and an official makes an official call. Sometimes we call what we think we see. And if we've learned anything lately, well, I don't always see everything correctly, or in the majority. Oh boy.
Well, Roger.
Uh-oh.
The 79 and Nick Murdoch had 2 laps greater than 0.3 of a second quicker than his qualifying time.
Oh no.
So Murdoch is going to be promoted to spectator for the remainder of this one.
We haven't seen that a lot this year, and unfortunately this one's going to bite Nick.
Yeah, he unfortunately looked to have that one well in hand. And it does look like the 18 of Hogue was assessed with the caution.
So Jason Harrington gets that lead back. Damian Waters in 2nd. Kyle Heintzelman in 3rd. Bryson Hosner 4th. 5th, Corbin Kelly. 6th, Chris Heintzelman. 7th, Herb Freeman. 8th, Leroy Whitaker. 9th, Dan Hassard. And 10th, Keith Hazel. 6 laps remain here at tonight's show. Which is about 7 hours earlier than last night's show I worked.
Yeah, I think this point yesterday you Hadn't even started racing
I
yet.
hadn't even started. Yeah, that's right. We hadn't even started. Choose now. No real surprises. No real surprises. As Harrington takes the inside, Waters takes the high side. Heintzelman and Hosner take row 2. Kelly and Heintzelman take row 3. Freeman and Whitaker in row number 4. Field with the white flag. 6-lap shootout for the cash. The pay window about to open for your Sport Compact drivers, brought to you by Flory Crane Rentals.
So a 6-lap shootout to settle things here.
Pew, pew, pew. Field bunches up. Nate Rowe with the green flag in his hand. He's anxious to use it. Here they come. Everybody fans out as they work their way into turns 1 and 2. It's a battle of the ones for position number 1, and it's Damian Waters out in front right now in car 1. The 1J of Harrington on the inside trying to take it back. He can't do it. Waters will lead the lap. Damian Waters.
Yeah, that was a power move there, Roger, as he takes over on the outside. But Harrington doesn't look like he's ready to settle yet. He's still fighting back in that 1J.
Well, Waters had to come back from his 12th starting position, while that 1J started on the front row. So Waters has definitely had to work his way to the front. As it's getting, 3 laps to go, and this one's still anybody's race. Oh, Harrington.
Man, Harrington really sent it in there, Roger.
Oh, this is setting up to be a barn burner.
2 laps to go now. And that 57 of Kyle Heintzelman beginning to close in, as well as the 54 of Corbin Kelly.
They're going to work their way out of turn number 4, white flag in the air.
The final lap. Waters leads down the back straightaway. Coming off of turn 4 for the final time, your winner, Damian Waters. Jason Harrington second, Kyle Heintzelman third, Corbin Kelly fourth, Chris Heintzelman in 5th. And your points leader will extend his advantage, picking up his first feature win of the 2024 season. He'll head down to Gross Construction Victory Lane. All right, so he heads down to Gross Construction Victory Lane. Looks like he's going to take one more victory lap. Damian Waters, your winner, and he'll get a word with our very own Roger Williams.
Damian Waters parks it in victory lane here in the A main. As Uncle Herb Freeman going to pull up as well in the F1 machine as the teammates climb out. Here as Damian Waters comes from the 10th position all the way to take over that lead and the win. And Damian, if we can get you to come around here once you get that helmet taken off, we'll make sure we can get you on the telecast here. A hot one behind the wheel of that car for sure.
We got a victory flag courtesy of Top Speed Motorsports and TSM Graphics, plus a $25 gift certificate from Allstate Performance, along with the catalog there for you to take a look at. But you had to come deep in the field. Boy, I tell you what, each and every week this field has gotten tougher and tougher, and your cars just seem to be getting better and better.
Sure is. It's finally handling really good. I want to thank all my sponsors, MFR Motor Speedway, Klender's Design, Mike's Corner Store, Hayes Walden, Eastern Dust Control, JP's Decluttering, and Able Safe. Thank you, guys.
All right, he's making it a quick speech. How about it? Damian Waters picking up the win.
Well, race fans, that's going to do it for us here for tonight at the Owasso Speedway. Please come back and visit us tomorrow, 3 o'clock start time. Destruction Overload number 3, there we go. On behalf of Roger Williams, the Wheeler family, and all of us here at the Owasso Speedway, have a safe trip home, and we'll see you tomorrow.